All right, welcome one and all. Let's go, Stud Bud Summer Edition! Woo! How are you guys doing tonight? I hope you guys are having a great day. Yeah, we're gonna pull this off here. Guys, we have a really fun Stud Buds episode planned with you guys because with all the new leaks dropping, we got to get talking about these. So let's get right into this, guys. But we got some really fun. We got some fun stuff planned for you. So let's start the intro. Let's get right into this. Welcome to the Stud Buds, guys. It is your host, Breaking Up Brad, for today. But guys, we've had some huge Lego news dropping this week in the Star Wars world, and we're going to get right into that. We also got some Harry Potter stuff, and then later we're going to be rating Aqua Raiders. So I'm super excited to do that because I know that's one of Matt's favorite themes. I know he's been excited about that. But guys, we need to bring on my other co-host here. So guys, first up, he's the redhead of the group. I don't know what else. He does MOCs, I think. Guys, it's Ethan the Artisan.
Hey. Buzz. How's it going?
I really did not know how to intro you today. Guys, next up, it's the shortest member of the Stud Buds, our Darth Dorf. It's Block.studios.
Except for I think me and Matt Mellish are the same height, but
I thought you were the shorter one.
I don't know. I might be.
I mean, honestly, and then there's this guy.
Height reveal at 1 mil and Eagle Army for life. Also,
height reveals all the way around.
Look at that.
Is
Yucky.
not my favorite theme. It's a classic for me because I used to go over to my friend's house and we used to play with his Aqua Raiders Lego. So,
and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, you just kept begging for it, so I figured, we're gonna put it out there.
It's just so
guys,
forgotten.
That is true, and that is true.
That's how good it was.
Looked by Atlantis, but we're gonna talk about that later. First, hello to everyone in chat. I see Lisa. What's up, Lisa? Random, and Scott. Scott Heron. So guys, how have your Lego weeks been? Just gonna start with you, Ethan.
Me. Oh, well, it was a good week. My brother had the Big Bang Theory set. I'll grab it. And I guess he needed $20 for something, and I bought it for $20. So that's cool.
There you go.
That's about it. Also,
all right.
Ravens rule.
No one cares about that.
You just oh man, he just says goodbye. Honestly, this week for Lego, I literally have not done a whole lot. I took work off Friday and went and did some drone work.
Nice.
Right there.
Nice.
And I've been editing over 500 video clips to make a video. So I've been actually really busy with that. I want to build R2-D2 because I want to take him to my office. Honestly, I've just been too busy though.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Just take the Falcon to the office.
Just take the Falcon. Maybe I should buy a second one like Matt. Take the second one to work.
Just take the box. Take the box to work and leave me build at home.
There you go.
Last week I didn't really do much then, so I feel that hard. But this week,
no one cares.
This week, Eagle Army for life. I actually built this real fun Rhino mock, and
that looks really cool.
Not only did I do this, but I started experimenting. He has a little tail that actually moves around. Oh, it broke off. You can't move it around. Oh no! Well, I'm just gonna stop. If you're a mock builder, you know how fragile some builds can be.
Oh, my Mudhorn is. You can't hold it.
Yeah. You gotta get the detail on there, and then it's just it's very fragile. But I started experimenting with Lego Studio, which is actually the software that allows you to digitally build Lego models. And I'm thinking about putting out some instructions for mocks in the future. So stay tuned for more updates on all of that. So yeah, there's your Matt Mellish Stud Buds exclusive on what's going on with me. But yeah.
Oh.
No one cares. Ravens
Oh.
rule.
Oh wow, sorry, nothing for me.
Not joking.
Do we
Go
want
ahead,
to
Brad.
address the Lego TikTok community drama with the Chima?
Yeah, I think
Chima?
people kind of took that too far. I made a simple video game just
Yeah.
saying that Chima should be brought back. One of the best Lego themes that we didn't definitely not put an F tier back in the
I was about
day.
to say the people who watch Stud Butts should know the true feelings on Chima. You know that.
We gave that. Okay, we
Hey,
gave that
feelings
so
can
much
change.
crap,
Feelings change, Zane.
but
Don't
memes are
lie.
forever.
Oh my gosh, guys, these are my AirPods. I have been looking for them for a week. They have literally been just sitting right here next to my monitor.
I lost mine a week and a half ago, and I don't know where they are.
I thought the same thing. They're right here.
Oh my goodness.
Nobody
You
panicked. They're right
stole
there.
them.
All right. But yeah, so we decided that we should just say what our favorite faction is, and Matt's been attacking me ever since, and Ethan in my live. So I feel personally attacked, and I feel like they should have to apologize on camera.
A public apology on TikTok.
I don't care about any of that,
I'm
guys.
sorry.
I got
you're-
You
this
came in my
week.
comments. You came in my comments. I see you.
I got this set this week.
Yeah, you got a girl's bathroom.
Yeah, which now I know the secrets to the women's bathroom. But yeah, so I got this set, which actually was really cool because I got the first exclusive gold minifigure that I own of the series, and then also there's these chocolate frog cards you get with random minifigures, and it's kind of cool because they're these things. They're completely random. You never know what you're gonna get. So I got 2 unique ones this week, and that was pretty cool. So
That
I
is
also got a
fun.
base plate.
Base plate.
And
Do
more
you like-
and I got a package from Atticus, which had a lot of cool minifigure parts in it. So I was able to make some really cool medieval minifigures. So
I was gonna ask you, do you like the set?
this set, honestly, it's really cool. I'm excited to put it with the other Harry Potter sets. I don't know if that's gonna actually happen this year because of what we just got this week. But I honestly, it's a cool set. The minifigures are amazing. There's some really unique pieces, and I got my first Lego spoon. So now I have 2 Lego
Ooh.
spoons.
That's
Because
awesome.
Two
Hey,
Legos.
you know what you can do with those 2 spoons? You can
2
make them
times the
spoons.
cereal?
Small spoon? What? No.
You can make them spoon.
I was actually, there's a creator who does ice cream stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen him on your For You page where he like scoops up ice cream. I honestly want to use the spoons to make him because I think that'd be kind of cool. We just get like a ball of like, I don't know. And then yeah, so that's kind of all that happened to me in the Lego world this week. I actually just kind of worked on things. I was sorting and building back old sets this week. So
Nice.
Wow.
but guys, I don't care about how your weeks have been because we all know that our weeks had a
Love you
huge
too.
boost this week. Okay, let's get into it. Guys,
I'm just
You
so
make the
unaware
same-
still.
You
I'm
make
just-
the same face every time, Matt.
I can't help myself but cringe. Like, anyways,
welcome.
let's just move past that.
guys,
goal was
guys,
accomplished with
okay,
that.
Okay, no one cares about what that was. Everyone cares. Holy crap! Can we talk about this massive Star Wars leaks that was dropped this week? We can only show 2 of the sets, but let's talk about the bigger wave that we got here. How do you guys feel that we just got? What is it? 3 Mandalorian sets from the show? Like,
There's gonna be
huge.
4.
4.
Yeah, it's technically 4, but we got drops for 3.
Yes.
So
we
what do
did.
you guys? Okay, starting off here, what do you think? My first question here is, what do you guys think that they did a Slave 1 for the show, and you get Beskar Mando plus the new Boba Fett, like the new, well done, awesome looking, clean, my newest child Boba
Yeah.
Fett.
That's a
Brad
Boba Fett.
hates
That's
it.
a Boba. That's a Boba Fett set that happens to come with a Slave 1.
Yeah,
It happens to come with a slave one.
That's
See,
very
what
true.
happens if we already bought the slave one, though?
and that's how I feel. But
you
honestly,
get
Pull a
$2
dom and have 20 of them.
Do we know how much it is?
50.
Oh shit, I'm buying it.
Yeah,
Wait,
like-
that's wait.
G-rated content.
Sorry. Oh, dang it! I'm buying it.
There we go.
Oh, son of a brick.
Somebody
But, like,
can
okay.
edit that out, please. Just chop that little section. He's like
But, like,
$50,
okay.
and I'm like, oh, dang it.
But honestly, I kind of want that Slave One. It's cool. It looks small, but the figures are absolutely amazing. I'm so happy that they went this route instead of giving us a stupid Han Solo. Like, can we just all agree on that? Because
Well,
not as many people would have bought in that Slave One if it came with Han Solo.
no, there was a clear disappointment with that idea, just as a concept when we were talking about leaks months ago, and we all were like, nobody's gonna care about that, nobody's gonna buy it. It's just gonna be a small Slave One, and they made so many in the past, but it comes with something that has marketability, which is that figure.
But it's also
it's beautiful.
It's not just market. Yeah.
It has Mando too, right? Doesn't it have both
Yeah.
of them?
Yes.
See, and that's great.
It has marketability, but it's also a great cheap set for the people who weren't able to get the last one, and also
Yeah,
who want
I would
this
agree with that.
figure. Because this figure is like everyone after watching Mandalorian season 2 wanted this figure. Like this was something you were seeing customs all over my For You page. Like,
go ahead, Brad. Sorry.
I was just gonna say it looks amazing, and I think people are just gonna want it. Like, did you see the arm printing on that? The leg printing? Like,
I did.
This figure looks absolutely stunning.
I'm just like, as far as sets go that are released so close to something that was just released last year with the 20th anniversary of Slave One. Like when I heard it was potentially coming out, I was iffy about it. Like, why would they turn on and cancel something and then release something right after it? But the ship actually looks kind of decent. I mean, it looks small, but it looks decent for the price. And then the 2 figures you get with it, I mean, can't go wrong.
Here's my thing. I have an ism with it though. It's either going to go one of 2 ways. The first way could be just like this set was back in the day. Now, this set wasn't $50. It was like 25 or something, 30 maybe. But it comes with a figure that people had expected to be made again, that Phase 2 Captain Rex. Yeah. With this set, if they never made the Boba Fett again, then that set's going to be really unique and worth a lot in the future. What I'm saying is it might also be like the Trouble on Tatooine set. That is the second way that this could go, where everybody was getting it for Beskar Mando, and now we have 3 more sets that are upcoming with the same exact figure.
Yeah.
So it's either going to go one of 2 ways, and I don't know. I think I'm just going to have to keep my finger on the pulse for upcoming leaks, because with the Book of Boba Fett coming out, I think this figure will be reproduced in the future, and you might want to save up just in case. I don't know.
We can't
want it right now.
I do agree with you. I think the Book of Boba Fett is going to be a huge hit, and I think people are going to want this figure for, in more sets. But I also do think the Slave One, some people weren't able to afford the last one.
Yeah,
I
agree
love
with that.
They made affordable sets, just like the TIE Fighter, just like the X-Wing, that they were able to do with this.
I love the affordable set line. The smaller affordable. I know a lot of people. There are some issues with it because they are so small, but they are great.
They are. They really are. Matt,
it's just not for me. That's all. And I know that.
And that's because you were able to get the past sets and you were able to afford them.
And I understand that.
I'm going to say this. As 10, 12-year-old me, I couldn't afford something like the $120 one, even though I own that one now. But I would be able to afford a $50 if I saved up. And I think that's great. And I think that that they didn't make another $120 Slave One with just to get this figure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So much better. I'm so happy that you're able to get this figure for a decent price. For me personally, I feel like a lot of people will be getting this set purely for the figure, and I think a $50 Lego figure is a lot. That's all I'm going to say. Like, don't get it for just that reason. That's all I'm saying.
I would get it to have another Slave One, and then to have those 2 figures with that particular, like the set as a whole. For me, at least. I mean, I get what you're saying. People would definitely just want the figure, and that's definitely going to be a huge.
But
part
I'm playing devil's advocate too. Like I said, it could be like the Captain Rex Bark Speeder, and it could be the only figure that they make of it, and it's super rare, and nobody picked it up, and the set goes for like $200 on the internet now. Like, who knows?
Yeah. But
I think every Star Wars set in this wave is going to be very hard to get because it's a good wave.
Yes. But I also think that might leave some sets open because people are going to have to choose. People, for once, like when we got the 501st Battle Pack, people were choosing between 2 sets there that they really liked. The rest of them, they couldn't care about. So I think this is making people choose, and that is going to see a difference in people getting these sets. But I do think they are going to be hard to get at first.
Well, with pre-orders too, I'm interested to see how that's all going to shake out. I don't know if they're doing pre-orders in order to see how they're going to sell early, and if they need to make more, then they can based on the past and look, Lego's a business. They don't want to have to run out of sets. They're probably trying to figure out like a projection to understand how many they need to produce.
And I do agree this. I'm curious about this too. Do you guys think the new Boba Fett head will be the same head they used for the 501st Battle Pack clones, just because
Yeah.
he's a clone?
We'll
Okay.
give him a couple scars.
Yeah.
Do we
I
have
think it'd
big
be
ones?
nice to make it unique.
Do we
No,
have-
we don't have anything under the helmet. We just have the armor itself.
Okay. Because Lego did actually release show the sets, so if we wanted to, we could.
No. Two of the sets. They only show two.
Only
of the-
two? Oh,
There's only two of the sets that are actually on Lego.com. Now, for the record, the time that these sets came out, I went to the Lego store that day, and I was like trying to like talk to them a little bit about that, and they're like, "Nope, we have heard nothing about these." Like, it's actually
I don't know
kinda
what you're
funny,
talking
but I'm
about.
also just
They're
like,
actually
okay,
in the
I
back.
understand.
Like,
No, I don't think it's even that. I think it's just like if what they said is if it's not from Lego,
No,
then
yeah,
that
they
it
can't.
doesn't even exist.
They're not allowed.
So, but okay, I want to move on to another set because I'm going to save the biggest for last year. But the troop transport that we're getting, the Mortar Trooper, new Grief Kargas. Honestly, loving the set itself. It looks so much better than the Rebel version. And honestly, great army builder. If you want to sell Grief or
Yeah.
just use him because he's a great way to get that like a bunch of figures that look like him. Like because sometimes it's hard to get those headpieces, and I do know that. So for some people, that's a good option right there. And that figure looks great anyways. I think we're definitely going to see an increase of that. I think we're going to see an increase of that figure on Bricklink.
Excuse me, that came out of nowhere. I went to say something, and that's what came out.
We were just gonna gloss over that.
I was trying to.
Way to point it out, gentlemen.
Look, this is
I went to ask a
authentic.
question. Dang it!
Authentic
Okay, what-
stud buds. That's what.
It's not alcohol, everybody. It's just Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I'm
It's
drinking.
the
Not
dude.
All right, what were you going to say, Zane?
I was gonna ask a question about
Yes.
the leaks because I saw a video by M&R Productions talking about a potential UCS AT-AT Walker.
That's something we have not got leaked yet.
I was about to say, have we
it'll
had
be-
any?
That's because it's later this year. It will be a Black Friday set release.
Yeah.
like the Coliseum was.
I'm just saying, do we have any true hints of that, or is that him just
Nope.
kind of coming up with it?
No. That
it's-
has been heavily implied to be a set,
Yes.
and the information was leaked, but no photos.
Yes.
Okay.
Which
Because-
okay, only the reason this wave was leaked was because it was part of a magazine. So that's why we got that, but otherwise we wouldn't have gotten anything else. So if the set has been made and produced, we have gotten photos of it.
Okay. I mean, I know we wouldn't have pictures yet.
I only have pictures of 3 sets, and one of them's not Star Wars. So
We haven't
wait
even
a
gotten the
minute. Brad,
gunship leak yet.
This is for
Which-
you.
Brad,
since you
you're
totally
banned
dissed,
from ever mentioning Star Wars since you totally dissed it on TikTok. LOL. You're grounded.
wait,
Fun
what did
size.
how did I diss Star Wars?
I don't know. But
trying
what
to
did you do?
What
Well, he
sarcastic
said a
video-
month ago that he's never getting another
Okay,
Star
okay,
Wars
can
set.
we-
Now
okay, I'm gonna address that right now because I know I was gonna get that brought up. I'm mad.
you address
Guys,
it every week.
I said that. Guys, I said that until I didn't realize that Lego was going to put out its best effing Lego Star Wars wave that they've done in 5 years since the Rogue One wave.
They really are bringing out it's a good lineup in my opinion. I think
This is an amazing line. Like I gotta agree with it. Like it's an amazing lineup.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You were saying, but like I love this wave so much, and I'm a huge fan of the Mandalorian. I'm a huge fan of Clone Wars. This wave's amazing. Like,
Yeah.
but like, okay, so troop transport. I think thoughts on that. I know it's a great army builder, but
I like
I think
it.
it'd be cool. I know you'd be excited about the mortar.
yes,
Mhm.
I'm excited to get more stormtroopers in my army. I'm excited for the vehicle. For $40, an amazing set.
I think I don't want
Yeah.
Touch said it best. He said the troop transport is basically this wave's AAT, a bit overpriced in my opinion. I would agree with him. You get the same amount as figures, and you get like Grief Karga is this version's Ahsoka. He might come in a later set. Who knows? He's a well-known character from the series, but I think the real reason to get that set, just like the AAT, is for the trooper, that one specific trooper. For
But-
the AAT, it was the 332nd. For this, is the mortar trooper.
Yeah.
I think people also want the stormtroopers. They want to build up arm. People love
And
building.
I
up
would agree with
stormtroopers.
that. There are very few sets that have come out recently that have a few stormtroopers in it, which is
And-
weird.
I think though, on top of that, like I think that's different for the AAT because people didn't want those 2 other droids, but people want the 2 stormtroopers and they want that mortar trooper. And for $40, I agree. It's maybe a bit overpriced, but I think it's an amazing set. So I'm just,
Yeah.
It
And
almost
on
reminds me of a
Amazon-
battle pack.
Yeah, and on Amazon, it could be that one set that they just drop back to like $32, like the AAT was.
Yep.
So
also, I think we're going to see an increase in grief carcasses sold on Bricklink because like someone's going to buy like 100 of these sets because they want to build a big army. They're going to sell all the grief carcasses off.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're going to see an increase of him, and I wouldn't be surprised about that. So I feel like he's going to go for pretty cheap for those people who don't want the set but want the minifigure.
Yep.
The mortar trooper though is going to go up in price like crazy. So
I'll just get a yellow Sharpie and
I
Sharpie
will
my
kill
clones.
I will kill you. So the other big one that we got before I start going, like that we got a picture of, but we can't show yet. Guys, we got Moff Gideon's cruiser, and that set looks. You get the mini TIE fighters, you get a huge wave of amazing minifigures, and now I'm gonna officially say this: you can suck it, Matt, because there is a Cara Dune in the set, which they didn't
I
go
said
the-
there would be.
Oh wait, someone told me that you said it wouldn't be. Okay, sorry.
No, I
that's
said
my
there
bad.
would be. I said for everybody buying the ATST, you're gonna.
It's
suck it.
exactly it's the same exact one, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
it's the exact same one, and so, but people.
Well,
are gonna
from
still want
what we
the
can tell,
Yeah. True. People are going to want that ATST Raider, though, just because it's going to be cheaper for that figure than buying the one. Because if you're going to get it from that one, it's still going to be very expensive.
Yeah.
But they're still making that figure, which is a good sign, in my opinion.
Makes the figure on Bricklink go down cheaper, which I think
Yes.
that's a really good sign.
Yes. But
For
also
those who didn't
that,
get it.
well, what's her name? The sniper. Shoot, I'm sorry.
Why am I drawing a blank as well?
Yeah, what's her name? She was in a recent episode of Bad Batch, too.
This is
Like,
terrible. This is terrible.
Fennec, is that?
Fennec
Fennec
Rao.
Shand. Fennec Shand.
Finnick Crow or Finnick Shan?
Fennec Shand.
Finnick Shan. Okay.
Fennec.
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 Can I say that was a surprise? I thought we were going to get another Bo-Katan, but I actually really am happy that we're getting her figure, especially with her being in Bad Batch. And the figure looks clean. That helmet, custom molding and everything. I'm excited. I'm glad
Yeah,
we're
I
getting
can't wait
her
for
with that
better
helmet.
photos. I can't wait
Yes.
for better
Yeah.
photos on her.
Mhm.
Also we're getting Moff Gideon, we're getting Mando. The set itself looks amazing. I'm hoping the interior has some cool stuff to it.
Does
I
it
do
come
love-
with a dark saber?
No. Wait, actually it does. It does.
No, it does,
Yes,
but
but
it's not
no. It's
Yeah.
the same thing
Yeah.
that they pulled with the Darth Maul figure way back
Yeah.
with the Mandalorian speeder.
And
It's just going to
Pre-Vizsla.
be a black.
That's it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
I
not gonna
do-
look like this?
Nope.
If
Which
somebody
is
can
a-
print this themselves, I feel like Lego should be able to do this.
Well, not in mass quantity.
Yeah.
Look,
and-
that I think they should have printed the ninja sword black.
that's what I use. I've seen.
Yeah.
Okay, what I've seen was someone get one of those ninja swords and put a white rubber band and wrap it around, and it looked actually really good. I can
Yeah,
look up a picture and show it in like 5 minutes if I find it.
I just
it makes sense.
I think that was a big missed opportunity, but other than that, I think the figures for that set look great. I just hope that the interior is
I'm hoping the interior pays off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because if not, then it's going to be a little bit of a letdown.
One thing though, I did notice that they used a minifigure for the Dark Trooper. I thought they were going to do the Dark Trooper differently, but it honestly doesn't look bad, and the Dark Trooper looks fine. And I do like I know I mentioned earlier the miniature TIE fighters are great that you can put to the front.
It reminds
just-
me of the Gazanti cruiser that we got
Yes.
for Rebels with the Sabine, Callus,
Yep.
a few other figures with that.
But it looks clean. The set just looks clean in general.
I don't want to buy 5 $150 sets just to have 5 of the little dark troopers because I do want to replicate that one mock.
True. No, he's not got the one where they're all flying down.
Oh,
right?
that would be even a cooler mock if I did that too
Alright.
with Luke Skywalker. Oh,
So now going into ones that we got images for. Now this first one, I'm excited. I'm actually excited about this. I know it's giving me a lot of crap, but honestly, it's a.
I'm
clean
excited
little
for
set.
that.
I'm excited for that. Yeah,
I-
that Darth Maul.
If
Okay.
depending on what is the sticker.
Looking at it, everything is that you think is a sticker. is
I
a
don't
sticker.
know if the door for his cage prison thing
Actually,
is or
that
not.
might not be, and I think that it isn't,
It
but
rem-
could be hugely wrong. So I
It
think
reminds
the
me.
window with it.
It reminds me of the 2012 Avengers sets. They had like little holograms, and those were stickers. So that makes me, and it was that same type of part. So it makes me think that they are stickers. But you never know.
Yeah.
Lego might pull a surprise.
I just
I know. I do know that this set is 20. It's a kind of expensive for what you're getting with it. I do get that the stickers, but I am excited for the throne. I think that was. I like that they did this instead of what they did with Mustafar, and instead of what they did with the, what's it called?
I don't know.
Star Killer Base.
yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to remember that because they did those two, but I do like this one more. I love that Darth Maul figure. This is one of the sets I do want to. I want to pick the set up because I love all things Mandalorian. I love the special Jedi prison on the side there. I thought that was a cool additional feature. I do wish we maybe got one more minifigure with this for the price. Like, honestly, I'd have loved that leader of Mandalore that they, who had that like fancy armor, or even just like a red or another Death Watch trooper. Would have
Yeah.
been cool. I know someone said Rex, but I will tell you why after the next set. Why I'm so glad Rex didn't come with any of these sets. But yeah, honestly, it's a cool little set for $20. I'm kind of excited. I'm excited for that mall. Any other thoughts quickly?
I want them all. I'm excited for them
I
all.
want them all. Yeah.
I just this set and this whole wave is like I at first was gushing over everything, right? And now I think I've taken a step back and I've realized like there are a lot of problems with these sets I have in the back of my mind. Not that I'm trying to come up with them, but
there's issues with the sets. There's issues with every set, but
yes.
Yeah.
like my biggest point of view about all of this, Matt, is think about like a huge audience for who buys Lego, a lot of younger generation, and so they see those scenes from the Clone Wars and stuff. And with me just barely watching all of Clone Wars not too long ago, I see that set and I'm like, oh, I know where that's from. I know that scene, and it's affordable and it's cheap, and I can grab it and I can take it.
That's why I was excited at first. But looking at a $20 set for what you get two figures, which are great figures. They're awesome, and I think that's a fair enough reason to get the set. But I don't like the Mustafar dual set. And I feel like this is it's a very cheap set to get figures. I wish that there was more to it and at least print the.
Yeah.
The way that I think about it is these are flat pieces that could have easily been printed for a $20 set. Come on, give us a little bit more, especially with so few pieces.
I was explaining this recently, and I feel like I need to explain this on the stream. So I found out recently that Lego gives their people, like, so Star Wars department, this is your budget. This is what you have to make. You're only allowed to make so many new pieces. So if you do pieces with printed on it, there's less new pieces. And usually a lot of the new pieces for Star Wars goes into the figures. So if we get pieces as simple as this with the printing on it, they're going to not give us as great a minifigures. We would either gotten a crappy Darth Maul or printed pieces. And which would you rather have, Matt?
I would have rather had more pieces and less unique. Like, don't give me his prison thing. I don't need that. I would like a better throne room. Like, put more pieces and dedicate into the detailing there, or add another feature. Like, I just don't think that if you're going to make this, which is a really cool idea, his little prison containment area, don't require a sticker for it. I hate that. But that's a me problem, and I know that.
I was about to say that's, and I don't mean to be that guy, Matt. And as you all know, as much as I hate stickers, I cannot stand them, especially on like the bigger sets that I do. Yeah. They are such a pain. The Cantina, oh my god! Like, why was there so many stickers in that set? Oh my goodness! But I don't think it's ever going to change. They stopped doing it from the earlier years in the Lego Star Wars set. I don't think they're ever going to go back to printed. Big,
it's
unique
just such a
pieces.
Cheap move to me.
It's so
a $20 set, and $20 is that's for a kid too. That's a decent amount of money depending on how old you are. I mean, like $20, you gotta save up your money, especially if you want some of these other sets in the wave.
There was a kid. So on Saturday, I went to an amusement park
Okay,
here
for the
my
record, though,
company.
Matt, I'm going to quickly say this. After being on TikTok long enough, the kids in our generation have way more money from their parents than I ever
Well,
did
and
get.
that's a whole
Not
separate.
this one.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I've seen kids be like, "How the hell are you affording all these sets?" And they're just like,
G-rated content.
and they're just pulling them out of thin air. I'm
Oh,
just
which
like,
is true.
okay. Yeah.
I mean, I see that all the time too. But like, so I was at this amusement park for my company. The company, we have a Lagoon Day. It's like Six Flags or whatever, but it's here, and they buy us all tickets and food and the whole nine.
Sweet.
And they did a little raffle giveaway for the employees and stuff. And one of the family's kids got a $50 grocery store card. It's Smith's. It's out here, but and the kid's like, "Oh my gosh, I could buy the entire store with that kind of money." And I looked at my wife and I was like, I remember back when I got $10 and I thought I was so rich. I thought I had so much money.
Because you
And
knew
now
the
I'm like-
value.
Exactly. And now I'm like, $50. I can't even fill up my gas tank.
Yep.
It's like,
$50, I can get a Lego set with.
The
I mean,
way
yeah,
I-
right
that's
now,
how
it's like,
I
I
see
get $10, and I'm like, that's a base plate. Like,
No, I'm the
Well,
same way.
the kid had to have been like 7 or 8. And so the kids that are like 7 or 8, Matt, whenever they see these sets, it's $20. They're not worried about the stickers. They're like, for $20, look at this. I get a big old
I know
chair.
that.
I get the prison. I get these 2 figures for
I know
$20.
that.
Look at all I get.
The way I've developed my opinion on stickers has changed a little bit, actually, and I wanted to let you guys know this. I hate stickers, yes, but what really grinds my gears, like, I don't care if they put stickers in a
Grinds
set.
my gears.
What
Mhm.
really makes me upset is when they do something like this, where you can't tell what something is unless you have the sticker. Like,
True.
Okay.
that is the only identifier of what this like block is that Darth Maul fits into. Like, that really bugs me.
I get it, but there's nothing we're gonna be able to do about it.
Well, I know that. But I'm just saying for the future, I wish that Lego would stop and actually think about it and use reason rather than just
So-
thinking about business.
What's the next set we have on lineup?
So, guys, the next one is my new third child.
Yeah,
It's
this one
my
is.
holy grail set. It is the beauty of all gems.
Now it's time for a commercial. No.
Brad, why do you
Guys.
like this so much?
I think
will-
it's sweet.
I will
I
tell
love the
you-
set. This is
I
one of my
have one
favorites of the
problem
wave.
with it.
But
I
I want to
will-
know why you love it so much.
I will explain every freaking detail why I love this set. All right, I'm gonna quickly show off the minifigures here, just so quickly people get better looks at them.
I like
Uh,
that.
Show this off because that just looks sick. All right,
The left-handed
I'm gonna
people
start.
aren't gonna like this set because when they fly
Sure.
it, vertically, they're gonna see.
so let's just start off with the minifigures here. Gar Saxon to me is one of the coolest Star Wars Mandalorians that's out there. He was awesome in that last season in Clone Wars. He had the cool horns, like he was everything that I loved about Mandalorians. Pre-Vizsla was regionally my favorite, but he has taken his place. They then put Bo-Katan on here. Another amazing character, an amazing character that we've seen in so many different platforms of Star Wars now, and also just an amazing looking Mandalorian, and really cool after we saw her in Mandalorian. And
I
then
like that
third-
each leg piece is. Sorry, I
Yep.
don't mean to cut you up.
Yeah.
If you look at the legs, they're printed differently. They're
Yep.
not just colored differently. I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
printing
Mhm.
look
And
amazing
toe
as well.
printing.
Yep.
I
the
love my
toe
toe
printing's
printing.
different.
And then on top of that, we get this really cool new Death Watch Mandalorian. I don't know who that's supposed to be, but we get jetpacks
It's just
on all
a
of them too. Which we
Loyalist,
haven't gotten.
Mandalorian loyalist.
Yes, which we haven't gotten jetpacks in a while. So I own 3 Death Watch Mandalorians, so I'm excited to put these guys with them. Next up is the set. Now, I love all things Mandalorian, and the Mandalorian Starfighter is one of my favorite ships in Star Wars. I love how it does this, it circles around, and all the different features that it, goes with the Mandalorian Starfighter. I was a huge fan of the last one, and in my opinion, they outdid themselves and did it even better this time. With a price of $60, I'm willing to pick this set up, and looking how many pieces are in it. I'm so happy they got rid of the guns on front. They matched it very well to the ones on the show. I feel like it looks better without the guns on the front. The colors look amazing. I'm excited you can still fit 2 minifigures into that cockpit. I love that you get hair for Bo-Katan. And then the build of the ship is just amazing looking. Like the set just honestly looks great. And I think it's going to look great on your shelf. I think it's going to look, I think it still has the feature where it can go up and down So it has like in its landing craft mode. I'm pretty sure they kept everything the same from last set. And usually Lego goes downhill when making newer sets nowadays, like redoing sets.
Yeah.
In my
Yeah.
opinion, they went uphill. In my opinion,
Yeah.
this one's better than the last one. Do I need to explain any more?
I like the
gap.
set for the gap. The gap.
Yeah.
Okay, and I get the gap, but I'm gonna say this.
I don't get it.
So many
I don't
sets have
get it.
gaps back in the day. So many sets have back in the day. Like
Yeah, but the
all
last
my-
one didn't. And the last one was $50. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
And I know inflation sucks, but for me,
Yes.
look, the gap is kind of a big deal for me.
I think it is. I do think it is.
The gap
Yeah.
on the cockpit.
Yeah.
There's
Big
a
gap.
there's a little gap. There's a
Big
One
gap.
of the
Big gap.
if we potentially talk about the upcoming Marvel set, one of the Marvel sets, I've got one to say about that too. But again, there's a gap with the 2021 Imperial Shuttle, and honestly, you don't even really see it unless you're like looking at that angle.
They're going
looking
to
at it.
suffocate in space. It's not. It's.
all I'm gonna say is, unless you were looking for it, in my opinion, I didn't see it until someone mentioned it. Like, I'm sorry, I gotta quickly feed my cat, but I'm gonna keep talking while I walk away. 'Cause
Oh,
he's
you're
really
good.
getting annoying.
I'm not.
Um,
I love the set. I think the figures are amazing, and I think honestly, the big draw of this entire wave is the figures. But
But
my
to me-
my critique for this whole wave is the builds are a little. I like
Well,
this
and
one. This is my
I
favorite
have- I
one
have a
out of all of
question
them.
about
Yeah, I
record,
think
though,
this is my favorite one.
This is the first set in the wave, besides Moth Gideon's Cruiser, where I was like, hey, I love the build. The build. I looked at the build before I looked at the minifigures. I didn't even care what minifigures this came with. And
Let me
then
ask you a question, Brad. Do you like the build or do you like the model of the ship?
I like both. I really do. I love how this build looks.
I
but
agree. I agree.
I don't
have
know
this.
how this build works, though. I don't know how this build
Yeah.
works until I build it. It
I
could
agree,
be the
yeah.
most worst build ever. Just like the U-Wing wasn't a great build, but I still love how it looks. I still love this set. So, sorry, go on. Zach. Go.
So I do have a question about it though. So
Yes.
with the fact that it rotates and can
Yes.
spin and stuff, do you think that the detail that you see on top of the ship, do you think that they will be putting it on the bottom as well? Or do you think that it'll only be on the top? Like Ethan made a good point that made me think about it. He's like, well, left-handed people are going to stare at the bottom of the ship when they're flying it around. And I'm like, well, I mean, if it's supposed to spin around and you're going to see all sides of it, I do feel like they should at least put detailing on the top and the bottom. That's what'll determine if I like the build of it or not, because then they went super cheap
They
on that
should.
aspect.
They
They
should.
should.
But will they? Is a great question. Notice
See, and
that
for
it
someone
hasn't
like
been in
me-
any photos. Notice
I'm
that it hasn't
gonna
been in
quickly
any
say
photos.
this. I do know that it's gonna be a little bit hard to put detail onto the bottom. Even I'm pretty sure with the last one, it didn't have amazing detail
did
onto the
not.
bottom.
It did not at all.
Do you have the other one, Matt?
I do, but not with me. It's at home.
Ah, okay. I mean, I'm curious to see. I know it's more expensive than
Well,
the last
I will
one.
be for investment time talking about just that very thing.
I
one
wonder
second, I'm really looking here.
if it's going to be
we
smaller.
did get a picture of a bottom. 1 second. Let me quickly
Oh, we
download
did?
this photo.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I was
good.
looking for it.
Good.
1 second.
That's why I mentioned it. I saw it.
I'm curious about if it's going to be smaller or bigger than the last one.
I think it's gonna be
Because-
smaller.
Smaller.
Too.
Okay.
I think
so
the
this is what
wings
the
were.
back
Ah.
looks like. And I do know that's not great, guys. But the only way that they could have done the back better is
Was
if
the
they,
snot technique?
yeah, is if they honestly redid the bottom of the wing and connected it together like that.
It's not
I-
bad. I mean, it's not what I would like it to be, obviously. But
Again-
honestly, I can live with that, though. I can
Yeah.
live with
Yes.
This is
I
where
can
I see
appreciate
the
that.
difference of a set and a mock. A mock, I think, would be perfect for it, and that's why I'm okay with it. You know, I can
Yeah.
build a mock, and I can, if I do that, it could be better than the set. That's really the goal with a mock.
that. The old one, Cool Guy Dom says the bottom of the old one looks way better. Do you have a picture of what the old one looks like?
Here, I'll bring it up.
No, you're good. I was just curious.
Because I was gonna do it for.
I am
We're
gonna
gonna
say
get out
I
of
do
leads, though.
like. I am happy that this the set does sit. It does do all three of its different. So it can rotate. It can rotate. It can be flat, but it can
Oh.
also do this for the landing.
Do you guys think it'll spin 360 degrees around, or do you think it only
Yes.
spin 180?
Matt, you
Huh? Sorry. Sorry. He wanted to see it.
So that's the old one.
yeah.
That's the old one.
I'm happy they got rid of the guns. I will just say that.
Okay,
Those
Brad,
guns
you
on the
can
front?
Take over. You can take over. He just wanted to see it.
Also, quick thing, Matt, you guys talk about stickers, but that one has a bunch of stickers that I don't know. I'll talk.
It didn't look bad with this without the stickers though.
Okay. But yes, if you look at it, it's just kind of like the X-Wing where they made an individual part that it looks like. So it goes the main part of the I wish I had like a pointer. It goes the main part of the ship, and then if you notice, there's 3 gray cheese grater like slopes.
Yeah.
That whole part there is its own individual part that spins from the
Yeah.
looks of it, because it looks different, and then it goes to the back part. So I'm guessing there's some just Technic pieces that kind of go through it.
This is the air circulation for the ship.
But yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna like kind of wrap up the Star Wars here. I think the Star Wars looked great. I'm super excited that they actually are going a great way with these sets. We aren't getting OG trilogy sets. We aren't getting prequel sets. We aren't getting sequel sets. We're getting Clone Wars, and we're getting Bad Batch, and we're getting Mandalorian. And I think that's the best
Yeah.
possible option. I know people are like, oh, well, you want these for the fakes. Not all of them. The transport, I want that. I want that vehicle. That's a vehicle I love. I want Moff Gideon's cruiser. I definitely want this. Honestly, I almost didn't buy these because I thought it was just going to be about the figures, but I want that throne room. There's a lot of these sets that I actually want for the builds. I know, Matt, maybe not as you as much, but as a fan of certain things, I'm loving what they did with these sets.
Yeah,
And honestly, the miniature slave one, Zane, someone like you could take the miniature and leave that in your office. And
I would
then-
like to do something like that because, like, I have 3 of the Imperial shuttles. Like, do I need all 3 of the Imperial shuttles? No, but I like to see the differences in
Yeah.
different variations of a particular type of ship. You know, just like people who have multiple Millennium Falcons. You know, they've got big ones and small ones and older ones and the micro Falcon and all that stuff. You know, I would like to get it, and like you said, take it to work, leave it in my office to have a ship, because that's what I did with. I went and bought a second X-wing and a second TIE fighter to leave in my office. So,
and I know Dom's not here, but he owns every slave one out there, and like he's gonna get this set. We in a heartbeat. We all know that, and it's gonna look great with the rest of them. So
exactly.
I think I get what you guys are saying. I completely understand where you're coming from, but I do think this wave is honestly one of the best waves we've gotten in a bit. Where I'm actually like every set I would individually get, and the only reason I'm not getting the Bad Batch shuttle is because I just don't think I'm gonna have the budget for it. Because I'm already having to budget pretty hard to like get all these sets.
Yeah.
So, but this is going to be my first set I get out of the wave. I missed the last one, and I'm not missing this one.
Do we know when it's being launched?
August.
August.
So
1st.
there might be a few in September, though. We don't know exactly.
Yeah. I like the wave. I'm not trying to bash it. I'm just trying to be critical of it because I think we need a balanced approach. And Brad, you're very excited. You're very excited.
I
I mean, with every Lego set, you can pick at least one thing besides the 2013 gunship.
Yeah.
I can still pick it because the 2008 is better. So
okay, yeah.
But I'm gonna quickly say this.
They're both
like,
very high.
As an adult who finally has money, and I'm seeing an amazing wave come out where like the last wave, everyone was super excited about the 501st battle pack and all that stuff. And I'm just like, well, it's cool. But the Razor Crest, what was exciting me? I'm looking at this wave and be like, there's so many sets. I've always wanted a cruiser, like Imperial Star Destroyer and stuff like that. Moff Gideon's cruiser, like these sets are stuff I've always wanted, and so I'm just super excited about it. And then we got quickly one more leak. It's getting bashed a lot, but I honestly like it. Where you got the Harry Potter Advent Calendar. Honestly, it's a very fun one this year. You get a lot of stuff from Platform 9 3/4. There's some cool building pieces in there too. I also love there's a little top there that you can actually spin and it picks your house.
They stole my idea. I made a top.
And then if you look at it, there's some cool stuff from Green Gots. So if you got Diana Alley, there's some cool stuff that definitely goes with this.
I like that because I got last year's and that one was all right.
Okay.
I like this one better.
Last year's one went well with a set, and this like that one. Last year's one went well with the clock tower. This year one honestly goes well with Diana Alley, and then if you have the train station.
Yeah.
And it's got cool minifigures in it. And then
the little cards from the frogs, or is that what that is?
Yes. So you get 2 more of those random cards in it. So honestly, I think this is what I'm gonna pick up. I've seen parts of the Star Wars one because we also got that leaked. It looks cool, but I'm gonna wait until we get photos to really go into depth about that.
We get a pram for Baby Yoda finally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A little carriage.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then also
I like my design better.
we get Christmas Mando, which is pretty cool. So
Yeah.
So yeah,
You know, this is just an idea. Like this is a little off topic, but
Mando
how
ship.
cool? But how cool would if they made one of these sets, but with like each different day is a different theme. They kind of collabed with different themes. You have Star Wars, you have Marvel. That would be
Well,
kind of cool. Have different
I don't-
different days.
I don't know if they could do it with like Star Wars, Marvel, and Harry Potter, but I
'Cause
think
they're
it'd be
all
really
their own.
cool if
Yeah.
it was like something like City, you know, maybe Ninjago, like their own themes. Like I don't know.
Okay,
But
I don't
do
care.
agree. I agree though. I think that would be super cool if you could definitely collab. I think that'd be a cool way to get some cool minifigures and stuff. So
The Marvel one also looks interesting, I think.
I didn't.
The
Oh yeah, that one
advent
did
calendar.
look kind of interesting. I think
There's
we're
a
gonna
Marvel one coming out?
Yeah,
I didn't
so
see
think
that.
We didn't get that last year, right? So I think
No,
that
we
is
didn't.
something
No.
new.
Last
this
year
is
we
the
had
first
like
time ever.
Lego City, Harry Potter, and Star Wars, and that was it.
Yeah.
No, the Marvel one is the first
Oh,
time
and
ever,
Friends.
I think.
And Friends. Don't forget the Friends one, guys.
Was there a Friends one?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's the best one.
If it was Chima, it would be the best one.
Yes.
True. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a Ninjago one. I don't think
That is
very
surprising.
surprising.
because that is their like golden goose theme. So
Yeah, it's
That is very
Lego's favorite
surprising.
child.
all right,
Yeah.
guys. So we're gonna move on here, guys. So we are gonna move in to where's the intro for this?
To some different intros.
I'm looking-
Intros. Well,
We're not
just
going to
come
talk
up
about the
with
Friends
words.
Advent Calendar?
Yeah.
Ethan, where did you put
So,
the intro for this?
Really quick before we switch
Oh, I
on
found
to
it.
different things.
Yes.
So there's a Marvel set that's coming out, and came out or coming out, something like that. Anyways,
It's coming out.
it's from the 2008, first Iron Man.
Oh,
Yep.
Ironmonger, the
Yep, we've talked
buildable
about it.
Ironmonger, and I'm actually super disappointed in it.
Oh yeah.
It's not
Wait,
to
were you not
scale.
there that week?
Huh?
Were you not there that week we were talking about these?
No, I didn't know
No.
you guys talked
Oh.
about this, but
Oh.
that was
I-
that.
I'm disappointed in it,
sorry.
honestly.
Oh no, honestly,
I-
I thought it's the size. It should be the size of a big fig, and it's not. It's the
it should be the size. It could still be buildable, but it should be the size of a big fig and be more proportionate to the minifigure scale.
I don't
And
think
then
that
even
the
with what
set-
it is, the gap on the sides of where the helmet the top comes down, like his entire arms, the figure's arms are just out of the ship, and it just
I agree.
like I'm super disappointed because that's one of my favorite
Yeah.
Marvel
No,
movies.
same.
It's what-
I watched that a couple
kicked it
days
off.
ago. I was looking at it. And I was like, they made that set way too big.
Yeah.
way too
Here's-
big, and then like it's not proportionate. Like the body's too skinny because in the
Yeah,
movie, the center of it, it's just this big round thing, and then these beefy arms that come
Yeah.
off it, but they're not long. They're not these long, skinny bionicle arms.
Yeah.
What Lego
I
did
have-
wrong with that set is that they made the figure the set instead of
Yeah.
making the area that battle happens in the first Iron Man the set. That's where
True.
they screwed up.
Well, just
Also-
like, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to get off to a new topic.
No, I was gonna say the throne room, for example, they could do something kind of like that, like where they fight and then have a small little mini Ironmonger build.
yeah.
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 Or even just like it's like a mini figure, but it's got like a big chest plate on it. So it's
Yeah, like
just,
something that drops over
Oh.
the top of it.
yeah, and it would
Well-
very easy to do that because they've done that in the past. So
I want to ask you guys something before we move
Yes.
on. And I know we're spending a lot of time on this.
well,
But
okay.
Can I
those leaks
please
we need to talk
Be
about, so-
your friend.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Matt, go on.
No. I want to ask you guys, what sets are you going to buy from this wave?
Star Wars.
Star
Or
Wars,
Marvel.
Marvel, both,
Mm,
And here, like, so for me, Star Wars
Bad
is,
Batch.
and Harry Potter.
Everything except the Bad Batch shuttle. I get it. The Bad Batch shuttle's cool. The figures are amazing. Guys, I love the I've been not having a great time with Bad Batch. In my opinion, it's not been.
There's no
not great.
stakes. But that's a separate conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
So we can have that afterwards.
yeah.
I do love Mandalorian. Mandalorian is my all-time favorite show, and the fact that they're doing 3 amazing sets from it, I have to get them. Like I've gotten every set from that show so far, except for the buildable Grogu, and on top of that, my Holy Grail set's redone. I can get that, and of course I have to get the 3-in-1 castle. So, and then I'm hoping maybe getting some Harry Potter sets, but I don't. I think no, it's just sticking to the Star Wars stuff right now.
Okay.
Ethan.
So you want to get them all?
Except for the Bad Batch. Yeah.
Okay. Ethan,
I
what
want
are
the
you
Bad Batch.
thinking? I want the Bad
I want
Batch
the
too.
minifigures. Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter if the show goes downhill, that first episode,
That's
Yeah.
really
worked out.
good, and that's enough. If
The
the rest
first
of the show,
episode and the last part of the Clone Wars was good enough for me. So
and that one catches my eye.
Well, the reason I asked this question is because I'm struggling to know what I want.
yeah,
I'm kind of that same. I kind of want the Mandalorian set, but I usually get a set if I need the figures for a mock, and I would love to, but I don't want to buy a lot of the 332nd figures because I only got one. So with mocks, those figures probably actually I do have an idea, but that's later.
Uh-oh.
I do want to build the boat from the Mandalorian that they sailed on. That
Yeah.
might be kind of cool, and that might be a set that I get.
So the Mandalorian Starfighter is something that sounds like up your alley.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, they all look great, and that's something that I can't decide right now. I'm at the store. If it speaks to me, then I can't listen. I will get it.
Well, but
So-
Ethan, I'm not really curious. Not curious. Like, I always feel like if it doesn't fit into some type of a mock idea you might have, then I don't think what I mean. Like, if you have like,
This is worth it.
yeah, I'm gonna build this mock, but these figures and these pieces, or even this ship, like if I built, a landing platform in the Mandalorian world, if I bought this Mandalorian ship, that'd be sweet. So yeah, I'll grab that. So because it goes and ties into my mock. I feel like that's a big deciding factor for you. Is that true or is that not?
Well, now that I got a little money coming in, it's changing. So
It's changing.
But before that was my whole how I saw sets.
Yeah.
But mostly the minifigures.
Which
Mhm.
I mean, for the record, the two sets from the last season of Mandalorian have me so excited. I'm making sure I get the AAT this month, like right after my birthday, if I don't get it then. And I'm also picking up one more Mandalorian battle pack, just so I get more Mandalorian.
I need to
things
get a
like that.
Mandalorian battle pack. That actually is something I need
get
to
them
add
from
to my
Walmart.
list.
They're like $12. Like,
Oh, okay. I haven't been
Zane?
to Walmart in so long.
I'm really curious to see what you're gonna say right now.
As far as if I'm going to get the sets or not, or what sets
Yeah.
I'm going to get.
Yeah.
From Marvel, Star Wars, Harry Potter, whatever it is.
Yeah.
This is going to be a hard one for me because I how do I put this? I want to buy all of them except for Harry Potter, except for Marvel. The Marvel ones are a huge disappointment to me. If I did, I would get the Gauntlet. If I did, that's the only one that I would
What
get
about the
from
Guardians
Marvel.
of the Galaxy ship?
I really
Guardians-
like
yeah,
that
sorry.
set.
Yeah.
I forgot about the
I
Guardians
really
of the
like
Galaxy.
that
I'm
set.
sorry, I forgot about that.
Okay.
That might be one I get.
I saw one with Scarlet Witch and stuff like that, and a bunch of minifigures. But again, I'm more spaceship oriented, and it's just who I am. I like bigger figures, sets, more display type things. So the Harry Potter one, I've actually been like jonesing for some Harry Potter lately because I grew up a lot on Harry Potter. Actually, like in earlier years, more Harry Potter than Star Wars. And so lately, I've been like, "Where's the Harry Potter movies? I want to watch some Harry Potter." And so I've been thinking about getting like Diagon Alley and stuff like that. And
I think if you get a set, I think it definitely should be an alley. I think you would enjoy that set.
It's gonna be a gateway drug though.
Oh,
it is. But I mean, I love them both.
This was a gateway drug. Like this was
Like,
$20.
Because I like what I miss. Like I just pointed out a minute ago in the whatever the picture you're looking at, the little cards that come with the frogs.
Yeah.
That scene is one of my all-time favorite scenes. I think it is so funny that the frog sticks, even though it's candy, and then it jumps and it just full flails and whoop, off goes the frog. I think it's hilarious. And I don't know why, but I laugh every time. It jumps out and woof, gone.
I'm laughing for different reasons, but that's okay.
I know. I want some more of that, and maybe it's me trying to grasp some childhood stuff. The
Yeah.
ships.
Well, I mean,
I'm
that's why we
excited
like
about-
Star Wars. It's nostalgia.
And so I recently watched all of the Clone Wars, and like I didn't realize the huge part that the Mandalorian actually played. So when I saw the Mandalorian battle packs at the start, I'm like, it's just a bunch of colorful little figures. Like, I don't really care. But now I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I understand what that's about. I see the ships. I'm
Not really.
Even in the Bad Batch, like you see them and all that stuff. I don't know. The ships are super unique and special, and the way that they can take off and rotate and there's so many moving parts to just a spaceship. It's not just something that takes off and goes. Like it does so much.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for that one and Moff Gideon's light cruiser, because the light
Yes.
cruiser is a ship that I've always thought is super sweet. So I've always wanted a light cruiser. I'm
Yes.
glad that they're making one.
It'll look great with your collection.
Yeah.
I think it would look sweet. I'd put a light
I
kit in
can't
it.
wait to see it. I can't see. I was about to say that. I can't wait to see good light kit in that.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
I think Lego. I'm hoping this is true. I think Lego has a fun interior design for that setup. I think that's gonna be.
I hope so.
I think that's gonna be cool. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to put a lot of cool figures in there. And
I'm
honestly,
sure it
even if
has
just
room,
oh,
but
yeah,
knowing
mean,
Lego, I don't know if it'll have a lot of detail.
yeah. But even if it's just like you can throw all your Imperial troops in there, that'd still be pretty cool.
I
would
honestly,
want-
I need to do better about putting my figures somewhere, because I put them like by the sets, and then like I knock
have a
them
cool
off,
idea
and I'm
for
like,
you. I
Hey,
have a cool idea
Zane,
for you afterwards.
you know what you need to do? You make a minifigure wall. I think that would be perfect
Yes.
for you.
a
Like,
minifigure
basically, you
wall.
Yeah, you
some
see
get,
people
like,
they have a
gray-
whole wall.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
Well, they get like gray base plates and they figure out a way to like tape it to the wall or stuff, like with a strong tape. I don't know exactly what they use. And then they just put the minifigures on there. There's a certain, we'll talk about it afterwards, but it's pretty
Yeah, or the Lego tape.
So
the only
well,
one,
it's
honestly-
technically not Lego tape, but tape with studs on it. It's off-brand, but
Yeah.
with something that is just hold up the minifigures.
The only
So-
Star Wars ship I would probably get last or if at all, is your transport, is your drop ship.
The,
And it's cool. I like the mortar trooper. I would probably get it for the mortar trooper, but I mean, to me, that's not. I mean, you guys like that type of stuff. The smaller ships, the figures, the army building, that whole thing. Like Brad, you like transports. You love transports. You're U-wing, the whole nine. So,
Well,
but that one for
there-
me is
I honestly just want to recreate the one scene from,
Rogue One.
no, I want to create the one scene from, what's its name? The last episode of Mandalorian where you have the transport show up and it's got all these stormtroopers in front of it. I think I love the set. I love the vehicle in Star Wars, and so I just want to have that set up with all of my
That would be a great
stormtroopers
mock.
Just
That would
like
be a sweet mock.
spanned out. So I'll have to buy a ton more pieces, but I think it'd be cool to do. So, but yeah, I totally understand that. And for the record, I know you're different. I think I would be surprised if you didn't get that Moff Gideon cruiser. So
I honestly, I might end up getting it, getting all these sets and think, I'm missing something. I gotta get that cruiser. I see. I didn't say all of it. I said shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
You were very close.
All right, I want to Matt. Are there any sets that really like just? I know you're.
At first I want them all, and now I really don't know. Like it's rough because I don't know also spatial wise, money wise, where I'm at with everything, and I'm trying to figure all that out. So like at first when I saw these photos, I was like, I'm getting them all. Like I love all these sets, but honestly, I can't not get the Gauntlet Fighter.
Okay. That
will be one,
right?
yeah. Oh, and the Bad Batch Shuttle. Those two,
yeah,
for sure, 100%.
That, and even if you just get the Bad Batch Shuttle, that wouldn't surprise me. And I think with what you collect and what you like,
Yeah,
that makes sense to me. Because just honestly, looking at all of you, there's certain sets like it would not.
The Light
surprise
Cruiser,
me-
the Light Cruiser is about so tempting that I can't even explain it, but it's a big set.
For the looker,
Yeah.
I look at this wave and look at all of you and see which person's gonna get with. Also, like for Marvel, I know that Ethan's gonna show up tomorrow with another Guardians of the Galaxy ship. Like
I
feel
also
like I have
really
to.
am tempted with the Marvel stuff. The Milano for sure.
the
Like
Milano, honestly,
It's
That's
actually
that's tempting me.
the is it the Benatar? Or is it from Infinity
oh
War?
yeah, you're right. You're
It's
right. You're
the
right. You're right,
Infinity
you're
War
right.
one, yeah.
is it a
It's a big
Benatar?
orange ship. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same thing
Alright.
to me, but yes.
But yeah,
Yes.
I completely understand where all you guys are coming from in your different ways. I think this is amazing. Just to wrap it up, I think this is an amazing wave. Like, look at it.
Yeah.
Like, this is just great. I think we're gonna all find problems with the sets, but I think in the end, all of us who get the sets are just gonna have so much fun looking at these
And what
sets
I like
building
about
them.
this wave is that there's something for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good point. Brad,
you
you
like
said
Star
earlier
Wars.
that yeah, you said that you would see one set for each of us. I'm curious. If you had to pick one set out of all of them for all four of us, what sets would they be for each of us?
Mandalorian Fighter.
Okay.
From Star Wars and everything. For you, I think it's the light cruiser. You like big ships. And if it wasn't, it would be the Benatar from Marvel, in my opinion, because you would
yeah,
you would want to branch out. So you'd be like,
True.
you know what? That's cool. I like it.
it is a cool ship.
Yeah.
It is cool, and I do like that one. I do a
Matt is
lot.
Bad Batch Shuttle. He loves figures. It's something that he doesn't have yet. It's
I also
unique.
love Clone Wars and Bad Batch.
Yes,
Yeah.
and he's been gushing over this set even since we got leaks about it. Ethan is always the hardest because I'm just like Benatar for him are from Star Wars.
Or both.
I would
Depends.
see him getting the new Slave One just for that minifigure because he would want to
Maybe.
create box with it.
I could see him
Or-
do a lot of mocks with that.
Yeah.
I think it would be the same thing as me. I think we get that Mandalorian fighter because he would want to do Battle of Mandalore stuff with the Gar Saxon and Bo-Katan, or he's gonna want to do some other stuff. But I think it's
I think
hard.
he's gonna get the Mandalorian fighter.
I think, but if it was one, or it'd be the transport just for that mortar trooper, so he can start doing that mock and create his own dark troopers and stuff. And
We
like,
base his around mocks. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. The potential mocks he could do.
I feel so bad. I haven't made a Star Wars like a how I usually do like a actually diorama. I haven't made
Yeah.
one of those this year. I feel so bad. I feel like a
Yeah.
traitor.
You've been building
Fraud.
Christosis. What are you talking about?
Okay, I guess. Yeah. But I usually at least once a month I always have something on my YouTube, but I've been focused on TikTok, making small things. It's been
Let's
fun.
not talk about YouTube. I've been really, yeah.
all right, guys, we spent an hour talking about leaks, and I feel bad for people, guys. But look,
It's Brick Investments time.
I'm gonna hand this over to my man Matt Mellish. He's gonna talk about investment wise.
That intro.
I don't
that
care.
intro.
Move on.
How many times have you cringed?
I
He's
can't
not talking quick enough. All right,
Okay,
guys.
okay. Anyways, okay. Here we go. So, we have the common theme of Star Wars leaks that have came out this week and announcements. We covered both, but I think for a lot of people who were buying sets in the past, maybe not even to resell, just because they wanted the set, they were thinking about this guy a lot, like a lot.
Yep.
And it's a pretty one. It's one that I own, and I was lucky to get. It was a Walmart exclusive back in the day for $50, $49.99.
Okay.
And yeah, this was when we had Walmart exclusives, right? Like I don't remember the last Walmart exclusive other than
It's
this.
because they keep putting the sets
Well-
out too early.
So I actually thought when I went to Walmart and I bought my final Death Star Final Duel. Did anyone ever see it anywhere else? Because I could have sworn that I saw that it said Walmart exclusive. I mean, they had it at the
Maybe
Lego
it
store.
was.
but-
I saw it at the Lego store. I saw it.
Well, I mean the Lego store, yeah. But did you see it at like Target or anything like else? Because I only saw it at
Sorry, Target.
Walmart. So
Yeah, and
Okay,
I
I
don't know. I don't know if I think it was honestly Zane, and I'm not
saw
sure
that
if
one,
this
yeah.
was the same way where you could get it on the Lego store and at Walmart.
I remember that one being at the Lego website.
Okay,
So it might be the same way.
maybe it is. I don't know. I'm just speaking from memory at this point. I'm not even like having researched anything.
Yeah.
But it looks like a good set. It
Mm-hmm.
it was the only one for so long, and it came with that pre-Vizsla figure, which is what
Yes.
really was worth a lot as well. But I'm not
if you're in
talking
need
about
of
that.
$90, and you have this minifigure, then you could easily sell it for $90 to $100. That one minifigure.
It was going for so much cheaper last year, and I missed out.
So I want to know what you guys think. How much do you think that set is worth, or was worth,
$135.
Ethan?
That's sealed.
Sealed.
You're doing sealed. Oh, that
New?
minifigure. I'm thinking new. This is like brand new. Is this through Amazon?
no.
We're going off of brick set prices. I will
Brick set,
research
okay.
the Amazon price as well.
I'm going to go with like 170.
Zane?
I'm gonna
Two.
guess 240.
Amazon.
Amazon's like $900.
Amazon is $349.95.
False. All right.
But this is what Brickset says. Brickset says current value
That's
new
went up.
is $229. Used is
$229.
$124. So what this tells me is one of two things. I'm trying to use this as a gauge for the new one.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to think, are they ever going to make a Gar Saxon figure again? Is that the new pre-Vizsla? I don't
I
think
think-
so.
Probably.
I think for both Bo-Katan and Gar Saxon,
I don't think Bo-Katan. I think she will be remade
okay.
with Mandalorian.
I
Having
think Gar
what it is.
Saxon will never be remade because he was in one arc and that's it.
I
Was
agree with
he a-
that.
He might come out in the Rebels form if they ever redo Rebels, but that's a completely different look for him. So
I
I
agree
don't
with
think you're
that.
gonna get this version.
But I don't think that he will be as sought after. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
He didn't do as much in the Clone Wars.
That's
from
what I'm
I
thinking.
remember.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But okay, for the record, Boba Fett didn't do anything in the first, in Star Wars.
He was really.
Gar Saxon did more than Boba Fett until the newest season of Mandalorian.
Well, if you count
Like,
Rebels.
yes, he did a lot in bunch in Rebels. He did a bunch in this. I think it's people see the potential of these cool characters. I've been seeing a lot about this on TikTok and debating this with people. People see the potential. They love how this character is. They look how cool his armor is. I mean, like, look at Gar Saxon. He's got these cool horns sticking up. He's got this yellow visor. I think he's going to become the new Pre Vizsla because the Pre Vizsla, if you look at the figure, he's basically a Death Watch Mando with a special helmet and cape. I think Gar Saxon is way more than that.
That
and I think
cape, that cape itself goes for a lot. I don't know
I
how
want
much it
that
is.
cape.
I should have researched that, but I do know that that cape itself goes for a lot online.
Probably like
Um,
$35.
I think so. I think somewhere around that, in all honesty. Look, I like the older set more. I think it is a better reflection of what the vehicle is. But I need to take a better look at the new one and really identify
record-
my feelings on it. But
The older one looks more like the early season of Clone Wars. The newer
Yes.
one looks like the newest season of Clone Wars and what they use in Mandalorian and in what they use like the show Mandalorian and in what they use in Rebels. It's very
But-
much closer to that. Where that one, if you look at it like in the beginning season when they first meet the Mandalorians, I think that's season 2.
Mhm.
It definitely looks like it.
yes,
more like
I
it.
agree with that. I struggle to believe that the new set will have more value than the older one, though. And I believe that it's not going to knock down the older price. I know this is a really weird kind of sort of thing, but I think that the old one has its value because of Pre Vizsla and because the
Mhm.
set was never made before and it was the very first one of its type. I think that the
So-
newer one is very niche. It's very niche, except for Bo-Katan because she's in now Clone Wars and Mandalorian.
Rebel and Rebels.
Yeah.
So
And
I'm
Rebels.
looking at these Mandalorian fighters, and just kind of like how there's the TIE fighter variations, like there's the Sith TIE fighter, the TIE Advanced, all kinds of stuff like
quick-
that.
Quick thing.
But-
For the record, there is a version of this. It's bigger and it's a drop ship. And
Yeah.
then there's the actual fighters. I want them to do the
Are you
drop
talking about the
ship
Fang
because-
class dropship one?
Yep,
Yeah. So basically, there's doors that go down like this, and then seats drop down to the Mandalorian.
they all jetpack off of it.
Yeah. Which honestly, I would love it if they did a set like that, but I know they're not going to.
No,
I'm looking at it right now. I googled it. So the one that you have, that's Pre Vizsla's Starfighter, not Starfighter, her or
Mandalorian
whatever
fighter.
Mandalorian fighter, and then the new one we have is different. It's a different version of it,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and that's why the guns are different on it.
Yep.
It's the Gauntlet fighter, the Comric class Gauntlet fighter.
But that's exactly why I say that I don't think that the markets are going to overlap because this is Pre Vizsla Starfighter. The reason that you
Yeah.
get this is for Pre Vizsla. He's a big character in Clone Wars. I
Yeah.
think that the reason you will get the new one is for Gar Saxon or Bo-Katan, depending on if they make a new Bo-Katan in upcoming sets, which I believe that they will because she's a prominent character in Mandalorian now.
Yes. I disagree in one
But Captain
thing.
Rex was a prominent character in all of Clone Wars, and they only made one Phase 2 Captain Rex.
No.
So, I mean,
But-
like, I'm also kind of talking out my butt here in a sense. So, I'll be
I'm
honest
gonna
with you.
disagree in one thing for you. I don't know the difference between these two fighters. I tossed two ships that look like Mandalorian ships that I really liked. I didn't.
front end.
All I wanted was it to be able to fold up the wings like that and be able to do that. Like that's all you kind of want, like most people. I think.
But do you think that
I
the
think it's
newer
gonna make-
set will sell
for-
as
for the
much
record-
as this one did?
I think it's gonna go get that people wanted the old set too for the fighter. I talked with many people who wanted the fighter. Yes, they wanted pre-Vizsla. Yes, that was a big draw. And I think that is going to keep that set higher up because they're never doing a pre-Vizsla again. But I do think that this set's going to go up because people are going to want that Gar Saxon. People are going to want that Bo-Katan. And honestly, people are going to want to, there are people who are going to try to make armies out of that last Deathwatch Trooper, just like we got with 332nd Trooper.
The way I look at it is the gunships. So the gunships don't really bring the other gunships prices down, if you've noticed. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if they got to the same, like this one, the newer one's a bit cheaper though. I wouldn't be surprised about that, but I do think that it's gonna affect the sales of the older one.
gotcha.
That's just personally me.
I think that they're two different markets, and I can see what that set came out in what year?
2000. I want to say
I'm looking.
11.
2012. So 2013.
Yeah.
It was out. Look, that was a while ago. And I think that at the next period of time that for the new one to reach that the old one is at now, I think, yeah, it's going to be worth a lot. But I think for someone who wants to buy and resell in like 5 years, I know that the old one right off the bat, as soon as it was off the market, went and skyrocketed in price.
Yep. But we're all talking out of our butts here because we never know. For the record, we all know it's like everyone thought the ATST Raider was going to do super well because of Cara Dune, and then it's like we just got a new Cara Dune. Like,
well,
for the record,
moral.
I'm going to say this to like people on our show, guys. Investment changes all the time. For the record, Matt could have just bought in two $800 Millennium Falcons, and for the record, people may in the future be like, you know what, the Millennium Falcon sucks. We're never buying that set again. People change,
or they make another one.
Yeah, people change.
Or you got scammed and there's heavy rocks in it.
People change, and what they want out of the sets that they get because of the TV shows we're getting. So if we're getting heavy Mandalorian TV shows with Bo-Katan, we're not getting new figures for her, and people want that fighter because we're getting her in the Bad Batch, or let's just say the newer seasons of Mandalorian. They're doing a lot with Mandalorian fighters. People are gonna want to get this set, both of them. But if in the future they don't do a thing with Mandalorians again, people aren't gonna want these sets. Only
Not necessarily true.
people with the fans of the Mandalorian. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, their opinions can change. Like, people didn't want. I'm trying to think of a set recent. Like, people didn't want certain figures until that part of the show became very popular.
The moral of the story is, what I want you to take away from this is knowing that they do remake sets, right? And you need to expect the unexpected, because like I mentioned 3 times now, with a figure like Captain Rex, which is the primary reason that both the Captain Rex Bark Speeder is worth as much as it is, and this Mandalorian fighter is worth as much as it is. If they remake the figure, it's going to change things. It's always done that.
Very much so.
And you're always taking a risk. Okay. Back to what we talked about last week, you're always taking a risk with an investment.
Yes. Yeah. A quick thing I do have to say though, people are like being like, oh, they should have included Captain Rex in with the 2 sets from Clone Wars. I'm so glad they didn't, because people wouldn't have gotten these sets. True Mandalorian fans, in my opinion, people are fans of those fighters, fans of those figures, wouldn't have gotten those sets for those figures. So they would have been gone out instantly if Rex was in them, and it would have just affected that sets completely.
If they make another Captain Rex minifigure in a set, they're going to sell that set at a premium price.
Yeah.
Yes. It's going to be $160 set, and it's going to be like a gunship or something. Like something
No,
big.
they're not going to do that.
No,
I wish they would do it. But with the UCS gunship, that's for the next 8 years, we're not going to get gunship.
I agree with this heavily, because Ultimate Collector Series in of itself is a collectible line. That is also the number one reason that I bought the Millennium Falcon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yep. I can heavily agree with that. I mean, I was discussing that a lot with you just because I wanted, really get that conversation going. In my opinion, this is one of the best conversations we've had a while about Lego sets. But
well, so there is a question for Matt though on this.
Yes.
This right here. Do you mean 5 years after it retires or 5 years after the release date?
Well, look, when you're reselling a set, you want to do it after it retires normally, unless the set isn't available and you're in Q4 for the year and it's Christmas time and everybody wants it, like the Razor Crest. You couldn't get it anywhere. It sold at a high amount because you couldn't find it and it was Christmas and everybody wanted it because of the Mandalorian. So it depends on when you want to sell it. I'm talking normally, what I'm thinking for me, what I would recommend is selling after it retires. You're going to get a better price for it, depending on your storage situation and how much you're trying to get out of it and whatnot. If you don't care, get rid of it right away and try to make a buck off of it. But I like to wait until it retires because what that actually does is it gives people a chance who hadn't gotten the set before, who hadn't had a chance to be able to pick it up, to get it on the second market. Look, the reason I like investing so much is because I look back to when I was a kid and I used to go on eBay. And I used to buy sets for outrageous prices, and I didn't really care how much they cost because you couldn't get them anywhere. They were sold out. They were retired. And I remember going and buying the Twilight from Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Grievous's Chase from Revenge of the Sith. And I racked up like $200 on eBay, and my mom was about ready to kill me before I had a basketball practice that night, and I was like 12. Like,
so you're interested in investing so you can scam little kids too.
No.
Oh, wow.
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh,
I have fond memories of purchasing those sets on the second market, and I think that that opened my eyes for like learning business in a sense as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can agree with that.
Ethan, you want to scam kids?
I honestly thought the same thing. So,
you want to do mocky time?
Do you have a mock for us this week?
Mm-hmm. Just one, but it's a cool one.
Okay, we're gonna play that intro then, guys. Why did you? I hate you.
What?
You moved all of the different videos and stuff.
I didn't move anything. I'm clicking
I didn't do it.
Okay.
Stop touching my show, guys.
I just wish all of the intros could be that cool. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
Oh, gentlemen, you guys are all a hoot. I tell you what, I sit here and y'all just like I'm just watching, just listening, and you guys are like, "Where's the intro? What is happening?" It starts, then it stops, and then it starts, and then we're like, "It's Lego investments time."
We are professional.
We're a professional TV show, everybody. We're a professional YouTube show.
I'm gonna give
the reason why I did it, Matt, is because you're reacting how I envisioned it, and it makes me.
I'll be doing it for the next however long that this continues. So I'm glad that you're happy.
I'm gonna put this out there.
Because I did have a serious idea, but then I was like, you know what?
You make your own intro. You make your own intro, and you can use it. I think that's fair.
I think the fans, the followers, the viewers, they like what Ethan has presented, so that's what we're sticking with.
Okay, so mock. This is a beautiful mock. Look at this. It is a cube.
It is a cube.
Matt basically wants to help create memories for kids about their mother about to kill them. Hey, I mean, memories
Oh my gosh.
Memories do cost money, so yeah.
True. All right.
Anything you do does.
And memories are priceless. Memories are priceless. That's all I'm gonna say.
True.
Okay.
Go for it.
The
That is
cube.
super group.
It's a cool
I
cube.
saw this today on Instagram.
Mhm.
I'm okay. Ever since Ethan started showing these, I started getting like this stuff on my Instagram. Like,
Oh,
Right?
so has everyone seen this already?
no, I haven't.
No, I wanna talk about something specific, but Ethan, you go
Okay.
along with it.
Well, that's why I love the cube. Next mock. Okay, this cube actually does some cool stuff. You see, it goes from that to this,
Ooh,
like a
robot.
little ninja cube. But you can see this is how it goes. It
This
moves.
feels like something out of Portal.
It looks Master Chief to me.
Mhm.
What?
It's like if Portal mixed with Master
No,
Chief.
that looks Master Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
How?
agree
He's
with
too. No.
Look at the
No,
Have you
gun.
ever
it's-
played
it's the
Halo?
If you
Yes,
took your
I have.
glasses
It
off and
looks-
saw like a blurry thing,
It's
Just
the
squint
colors.
really hard. Just
It's
squint
Yeah.
the
really
colors.
hard.
I can understand this.
like a little ninja / cool guy.
No, I like
That's
it. I
cute.
do, but I don't see Master Chief.
What I really like is the gun. I don't know what the pieces are towards the end that give it that
whoa.
stock look.
How do you not know what that looks like?
What do you mean?
Look closely at the pieces. You're talking about on the left, right?
Yeah, the gun.
Yeah, on the left.
Not the
left.
lightsaber hilt. The part before the lightsaber hilt.
How do you not recognize what those pieces are? I recognize
Those are little. What? Those are easy, Matt.
Yeah, those are easy.
Those are like the roller skate pieces.
We're not. Yeah, they're roller skate pieces.
I don't. So the only look when I was building my
It's
loose
sad when I
land
can tell
speeder.
you that.
When I was building my loose land speeder, that was the first time I ever got a roller skate piece, and I had never seen it before, and I was so excited on stream. It was hilarious.
Oh,
so
okay, I didn't realize. I just like that's really
that is
popular
one
with
that
folks these
I've
days.
never really gotten in a lot of sets that I've bought.
Okay,
I like it.
sorry, I didn't mean to shame you there. I just was
No,
like,
I don't feel
I'm so
shamed.
confused
I don't feel
how
shamed.
you did.
You should feel shamed because if I can tell you what it is, that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you know it from? What do you know the roller skate piece is from?
Every set I've ever bought comes with at least 12 roller skates.
Yeah.
My first roller skate was a CMF. It was like a little disco person. First minifigure to have side leg printing. It had afro as well. Had golden roller
All right,
skates.
let's move this
Okay.
along here. All right. let's move
Okay,
this
I got a shout out. Shout out to Lego Domoko for building this thing. This thing's awesome. Like with the movement, I can't imagine how difficult this is to figure it out.
Yeah.
Have to make it open.
Did
Because
we lose Matt?
Yeah, he glitched out. Keep going on without him though.
He quit. He's like, they made
He's
fun of
like-
me for not knowing what roller skates are.
He is what's the Japanese when you like you commit shame. You commit shame, and so you must kill yourself to
we handled that very smoothly, Matt, when you left. So we couldn't even tell.
We didn't say that you committed
I did commit
All
suicide.
right, keep going.
I got a
Keep going.
phone call is what happened. Anyways. keep going.
Oh. That's always scary.
They're like the death cube here.
All right,
Okay,
so
this was the only mock I was able to find this week.
Honestly,
it's a cool
that's
cube,
cool.
though.
that's
It's that good. It makes you
I
breathless.
started choking on my own throat. Okay. That's really cool. I do like how it folds out. That's very unique mock, and I think like it looks like a basic box. I'd honestly love to have that on my shelf just as a basic box, just so I could be like, hey, look at this, and like open it up and just have a ton of kids be like, oh my gosh.
Think
I
of
wanna
like
see-
Minecraft and Sonic. Like you know how Sonic can roll up in a ball? Well, this is Minecraft version. It's block.
The cube just
You know what I was thinking of? I'm pretty sure it's Metal Gear Solid with Solid Snake, where he can get inside of a box and like crawl his way to stuff. I'm just like, that's what I was thinking of. It's just like it's a box moving forward, and then pops out this guy with the machine gun. Like,
I want to see the guy actually do it in a video. Like,
yeah.
I want to see him flip
That's
it
true.
open. I want to see how that comes to be.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
Zane, going back to before I left, this is the only roller skate that I own. It's in Luke's Lane Speeder.
What?
the
That's
new one.
it?
Yep. Well, did one come in the cantina? I think one might have.
I think there's some in the can. There's a lot of ships that I have that have it.
I have
Yeah,
Like,
none.
same.
I think the Death Star has it on the bottom of the mouse droid.
The new one, not the old one.
yeah.
Do you have a TIE
All right.
fighter?
Not the new one. No, actually,
Not
I have
the-
zero
what?
TIE fighters. I have zero.
Oh, you
TIE
have
fighters.
zero? How did
Alright.
you try time?
I took the Darth Vader's TIE Advance from my old desktop.
Oh.
It's like
I'm
a
just gonna
tier list
start
time,
using
guys.
that to
We,
cut
we,
you guys
we
off.
did have memes.
Oh, what about the memes? It's my favorite part.
That's a different
Wait.
segment.
We're leaving that towards the end. I'm gonna shoot through this, guys. I set up a lot of preparation for this. I'm kind of sad. I have to rush through it now.
Oh, don't rush. Hey, we can make this 3.5 hours if we wanted to. It's fine.
We're in charge here.
All right, guys. I picked a very special theme out this week because someone was begging for it and crying a little bit and teared up. Guys, we're doing Aqua Raiders this week. So if you don't know what theme that was, it's this theme right here. I thought I'd show this while I talked about the theme.
Cool font.
So Aqua Raiders was a LEGO theme introduced in 2007. The theme comprised of 7 sets, and its latest lasted for only a limited matter of time, ranging from a small deep sea treasure hunter to a very large aqua base. Aqua Raiders was one of the latest in a long line of underwater themes that goes back to 1995 when Aqua Zone was introduced. Unlike Aqua Zone, which was exclusively futuristic, Aqua Raiders was more reminiscent of the mix of theme and divers from 1997. A town sub-theme that featured present-day divers that went to underwater treasure hunts and explored the area. I had a little bit here.
Did you
Yep,
say it
and
was released in 1995?
2007, but it was based off a theme kind of because there's actually been a ton of. Don't look at the sets now. There's actually a bunch of sets. Sorry, themes that have actually went along this line. So we've gotten, as you said, there's other ones, Aqua Zone back in the day, but we had Atlantis, which was a newer theme, and then of course Ninjago was trying to do it with Ninjago. So it's, but we had a bunch of sets here. I've seen a few of them in person, but I actually haven't seen a ton of them. So this is the first one. So a little submarine here. With a little,
I love that submarine. I love
so
it.
for the
Little
record, I'm going to
snake.
point this out as I show you guys this. They all had very unique. They all had a very similar color and stuck very well.
That's called an anglerfish.
Yes, yes, it is.
What's this called?
That's a lobster.
Scorpion.
That's
So as you can see with the-
water
like-
scorpion.
Also, you want to talk about gaps there? Look at that gap. That guy's flooded with water.
Yeah, look at that. That dude is drowning.
This one
that's a
is-
shark.
This
Oh.
one's pretty cool.
That's
I do like that
a
shark.
fish on steroids with teeth.
True. There's this cool one. Which
Water
I do hope that-
rhinoceros.
I like
I would
that
like
a
to look at
lot.
Atlantis soon, like sometime in the future, because you will see very similarities between the two, how that like creatures are done. But if you notice, there's usually like a big creature. So like there's a big squid here, and then here's the base.
So it's like they've got two. They at least have two things in each of these things. Things in these things and this things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have a beast,
They-
like the creature, and then a ship
Yep.
or a vehicle of some type.
And then some sort of treasure, because you see a treasure chest in this
Yeah.
one. You
Yeah,
see
that's
them
cool.
hiding on the bottom there. You see
Because they're treasure hunters.
Yes, they're treasure hunters. And as you can see, they're usually trying to go after, trying to ignore you. They're trying to. Oh wait, this one's actually kind of cool. I like the down ship. I like how they added something new to this one. Their snake is the bad guy. You know, snakes are the bad guys in this. But
So I was about to say, there's a lot of snakes I see in this thing. A lot of
Yeah.
odd underwater snakes.
But the cool thing is, there was also a lot of stuff that was just like you notice the similar colors, all the So, but that is the theme.
To
That's
be
a pretty
fair,
cool theme.
I felt like there were more, but I could
I thought
also
those
be. I also could be wrong. Maybe there was a couple waves, but I could be
Nope,
wrong.
that
like I
was the
said.
only wave.
Okay.
That was it?
Yep. So there was themes later on that were similar, but this
Because I
was
remember
it.
other stuff, but I really enjoy the submarine.
There's also a few video games that went with this and different stuff like that. So
Ethan's got a tray with a.
What I
Being
like
fun.
about it too is that there were a lot of really unique pieces.
yes.
And yellow. Yellow's cool color.
Yes. Like the submarines are really cool, and I do like the story, but it's weird to like display them because they're supposed to be underwater.
Yeah. I do think
Angry ocean creature.
There's a lot of angry creatures.
I had some of the Atlantis stuff, and it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think they did a better job on the creatures on some of them in this one, but it was kind of cool too. Like if you displayed the, I think this one had very well displayability with. If you look at these creatures, like
Yeah.
that's pretty.
That's
cool.
that's really cool.
I really like that submarine. For some reason, that thing's. What was the one that was before Aqua Raiders? What's the older one
Aqua Zone. There was a really old one.
from '90s? In the '90s?
Yeah.
Because I remember
Underwater
having
City.
some. Oh, I remember having one. That, like, I'm trying to remember what it was, but I had some type of submarine from the early
SpongeBob?
'90s. It wasn't Pineapple Under the Sea.
Yellow submarine? Beatles?
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was cool, and I love those. It's like the circle with the little fan in it, the propellers.
Yes.
I always thought that was such a cool piece. I don't know why, but I always love that. Brad, Was it so? What was the purpose of this theme? Was it for creatures, or was it they were just mining underwater?
So basically, the story is that these guys went down to do treasure hunting. They're finding treasure on the bottom of the ocean.
Sunken
And
ships.
for the record, something like power miners. They did it with, instead of trying to find treasure underwater, they're finding it underground. They like to do that back in the day.
Yeah.
They're getting sunken ships and stuff like that. And then there's these kind of big bad guardians, I guess, that are on steroids. I don't remember the exact. I couldn't find the exact, maybe I can find something quickly here.
I would like that giant crab thing. I would like these creatures if it wasn't just guarding a little piece of like a little treasure chest. Like if it was guarding like a cave with like a sunken ship in it or something. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't even view them as
Atlantis
guardians.
did well.
I don't even view them as guardians. I view it as like we came across this giant crab when we were looking for this.
Oh, so they're not even They're not even necessarily like protectors or anything. They're just
No.
we're underwater and we're like, oh, that's a big beast. Let's fight this thing.
Oh, there's a lot of
Imagine
snakes down here.
So imagine like you went really deep underwater and it's like suddenly there's these monstrous creatures who've been feeding and just growing over the ages. I think that's kind of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. Can we see the pictures again? I want to see a little bit more detail on them. So is that right there? That sub 776, is that a sticker on there or is that a printed piece?
All these are stickers, I'm pretty sure.
They're all stickers. Like I like that ship back there. Like that's a cool set. But that ship right there, they could have put more pieces in there with that ship type thing. Because if it didn't have that captain's wheel, honestly, I'd be kind of like, what is this?
Yeah.
You know what I
That kind
mean?
of just felt like they didn't know what to do for another bad guy, so they just kind of threw in that. But,
Yeah, exactly.
But
And it
how
came with
looking at
gold
these
parts.
sets, like this looks really cool. I like how they had some details in here. Like,
Whoa,
you see-
the octopus. Is that like supposed to be somebody decomposing inside of it? Or is
I
it supposed to be like a robot?
I
I
view
think
it
it's
as
supposed
a
to be
person that it ate because it has a
Yeah.
helmet on.
Yep.
I love it so much.
Brad, it ate somebody.
I know,
G-rated
that's
content.
great.
I'm having heavy nostalgia also looking at these because I remember the guns and the harpoons and
I was gonna say,
everything
look at the pitchforks for harpoons. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Which ones did you have, Matt? Or did you not have any?
I didn't have any of them, but I used to go over to my friend Hunter's house all the time, and he had a few of them. And I think I even
Shout
got
out
him one.
Hunter.
I think I even got him one for his birthday for some year. I think it was the one. Wait, go back. I'm trying. I think it was that one. I think it was the anglerfish.
For the record, my
which glow in the
friend had-
dark.
Ooh,
That,
that's
yeah,
cool.
there was a bunch of glow in the dark pieces if I remember with this theme. My friend had this set and that was pretty cool. Just a little sub.
Well, I
Yeah.
even like all the arms and stuff that come off of the vehicles and
Yeah,
whatnot.
the
Yeah.
grabbers and stuff.
They feel practical. These vehicles feel like
Yes.
something you would take underwater.
Like something real you would actually get into. Like nowadays,
And-
you're like, let's go.
And the missiles were the best missiles back in the day.
Yeah.
Like
Look
They're
at that
heavy.
harpoon right there.
the
Oh, yeah,
heavy
these
missiles,
ones.
the ones that
Yes.
came with the Slave 1 from I forget what year. I think it was 2008.
Yeah,
I
think so.
That thing?
I remember
Yeah.
my friend. He shot himself in the face by accident. He like hit his eye because
These-
in Slave 1 it came out of the top and he accidentally hit the button and it was open and he was leaning over it and it literally shot up in him in the eye.
Yeah, and the Y-wing
So-
bomber has it too for like the
So-
older one.
Yes.
I had one of these with Exoforce Alpha Team, and there was another one, I'm pretty sure. But they were so much fun to shoot. Oh, Mars Mission was my last one. They were so much fun to shoot. Me and my friends would just like take them off sets and be them like use them like Nerf guns.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
those
they
things
had the
are
rubber
massive.
tip. They had the
Yeah.
rubber. It wasn't just like your spring-loaded shooter now. It
No,
was like
no,
a
these
heavy-duty missile.
But the thing about the spring-loaded shooters go far, but these had a punch to them. Like,
Yes, I agree.
Mhm.
I
That's
agree.
amazing.
Um, so let's start debating this some. What did you
I
guys
feel like that it had so much more potential with the creatures that you can find in the ocean. There's more that we don't know about the ocean than we do about outer space. So I feel like they could just run with it. They could have made underwater tunnels. They could have made underwater cities. They could have made. There's so much that so much mockability.
They only
that you
had
just-
one wave.
I know, but just the imagination you could have with these creatures.
Yes.
To me, it unlocks a lot of things that I think and I'm not even a mock builder, and I could think, hey, let's make this. Let's make this underwater fortress that's protected. And you go inside, and holy crap, there's like 3 of these big crab things in there. And what? Why are they? You know, there's so many things that you could do mock wise with this. And I don't know, maybe it's the type of power miners type of thing for me because it excites me seeing something
and make
like
your
that.
own creatures.
These were
Make your own creatures.
In my days, in my opinion, these were the days of the great adventure themes. So you had Atlantis, you had Aqua Raiders, Power Miners, Mars Mission, where they go to places that you don't explore. You don't explore underground. You don't explore underwater. You don't explore outer space. And they were exploring those and trying to find treasure. And that's like kids' dreams. And I agree with you, Zane. So much mockability and so much like the number of stories I created with Mars Mission and these, I had so many. So to me, this was the golden age of Lego themes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have heavy nostalgia looking back at these because I remember going to the store and seeing them on the shelf and everything. Like crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I gotta have to agree with Zane on this. I think the 2007. So the next year was heavy Clone Wars time. I'm trying to think of what would put this off the shelf. I think if I remember well, these did sell reasonably well. I don't think anyone's, from what I know of, is Aqua Raiders like collectors nowadays, but there probably are. And I think there are just like there's space people, just like I think there are like a people who are fans of underwater stuff. And I think they I don't know, even the minifigures look pretty cool. Like you don't even focus on them much, but like
They look cool.
Yeah, they look cool. And they
The
fit
scuba
well.
gear.
I think the theme fit a very realistic looking stuff with
Yeah.
a little bit of fiction added on, like a little bit of like altering the vehicles to make them a bit cooler. But I think
What's their weapons that they use to defeat the monsters?
harpoons.
So they have their guns. They have, I think, like they could use their vehicles probably if they really needed to, and they had missiles on them as well.
And then there's also like the big harpoons with the spears.
Yes.
Well, you know what? To me, I feel like somebody in the chat just brought up the movie Atlantis, and I've seen that movie a ton of times with like mold and all them.
They're talking about the Lego Atlantis movie.
The
But yes,
Lego
I
Atlantis movie?
agree. Yeah, it was.
Well, to me, I feel like Power Miners, for example.
Yeah.
I feel like Power Miners and Aqua Raiders could have done like a collaboration thing because the big drill with Power Miners literally fits with like that type of movie where they got to mine underneath the water and get to these places. You know, I go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'd love if they could redo all these themes, and they start on the ground. Like they start with a group of adventurers, and you do a story of those adventurers on ground, and then go underground. Maybe they're starting with fossils or something like that. They're exploring up, Egyptian pyramids. Then they can go underwater and then outer space. Where you use a similar group of adventurers
underwater.
And then you add different people in the different locations, and I think it would make a really great TV show better than Ninjago, like this adventurous theme.
They could be Lego Adventures. Is that a thing already? Lego
it
Adventures?
was sort of a thing back in the day, but I think it would be
Lego Explorers.
You get a fun name on it, but I think there is potential to this, and I think they could do an amazing thing, even if it's just one theme, because it would give them options to be able to go underground, underwater. There's new treasures and stuff they're going after. So
I agree.
And then they end up in outer space, and then they end up time traveling, because that's always how these goes.
Yeah, definitely time travel from mining underwater.
I will agree that I think there were a little bit of a missed opportunity with this theme, with this wave. Now it was only a few sets, so I give it a pass for a little bit. But like the ship, I would have loved to have seen like a really nice, well done sunken ship with treasure inside.
Yeah,
that actually looks like a pirate ship that has been
at least like has
underwater
the front
for
of the
years.
boat or something.
Yeah.
Yes,
right?
but like
that would be cool.
That'd be a great mock as well.
Have a different part that connect together.
Yeah,
to make the full, like broken down pirate ship.
Yeah.
Like,
honestly, the reason that I have to laugh. I love this theme, but I think it's goofy, and that's why I like it. Like it's just a little bit out there for me, but it's so much fun in a sense because there is a lot of playability with it, I think. Because you have these giant monsters, especially as a kid, that are attacking these miners who are just kind of at a point minding their own business, but yet at the same time they were prepared for the creatures and they have like harpoons on all their vehicles in their base. I just think it's so funny. Like it's goofy to a point, like I said, but I don't know. I think probably like I took a big break from looking and caring about other sets other than Star Wars for so many years, right? And I'm sure like Atlantis and other themes did it well, but this is just kind of like, it's almost like hunters underwater going after creatures and treasure at the same time. It's not even just treasure itself.
Exactly. It's like what underwater creatures are we gonna find? You know, and each of the creatures are very unique in their locations and what they're doing for each of the sets, in my opinion. You know?
Yes.
For the record, I do think if this team had went on, they've went into some weird creatures. Like we've been getting like some shark octopus hybrid. Like I don't know, like they would have brought in like just random sea creatures.
And that, you know what? That's why I'm happy that we got what we did, because it is, like you said, in a sense, realistic with a little bit of fiction and fantasy. And I like that realism, because I think that Lego has at times gone a little too far.
Yep.
They have. Yeah. But see, my thing is something you guys might not know is one of my favorite things in this world is the ocean. Like I love ocean sea life. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And the vast array of creatures that are in the ocean that people don't even know really exist. Like the goblin shark or the blobfish, you know, there's so many different creatures that this particular line could show from a teaching standpoint. I mean, yes, it's fictional. Yes, it's over the top. But if someone saw a goblin shark, they're like, what is this thing? And they see it, and then someone Googles what it really looks like, and they're like, oh my gosh. Or what the anglerfish is. You know, there's so many facts about these things. I don't know. It's like aliens under the water, in my opinion. That's how it feels, and maybe that's why I like it so much. But I feel like they had so much potential. I wish they would have continued.
I don't disagree with you. I think there's a lot of fun still to be had, and I think they made up for it in other themes like Atlantis and other ocean-based ideas. But I also like the parts. I like the guy in the squid. Like I love that. That's such a fun idea, right? I want to see that board meeting where a guy came up with that. Like,
because like the head's hollow, anyways.
Like, yeah.
You know, why don't we just make a clear piece with a sticker and put a dude in it? You know, skeleton.
I'm not saying that this is an S tier theme. I'm just saying like it's fun and it's nostalgic for me.
But I think this theme did a lot of things well. And I think this theme, compared to some of the other adventure themes we've seen, I think it actually did it better. So I want to start getting these votes off here. I'm going to start. I think you don't focus as much on the minifigures, and I think they did a good job of that. And there's a lot of good. The figures are great. The vehicles are amazing. The bad guys are amazing. Even though I love power miners, and I think that should be higher. I think this is an A tier theme. I think the mockability, I think we talked about it. I think there's what
we need to do?
Nostalgia.
We need to make like little divisions of how we rate it. Like 4 stars with mockability, minifigures, probably like a 3 stars, kind of make like little divisions. That's how we rate it.
We would be. So.
Well, I mean, like 5 factions or 5 factors into it, and each of us rate it 1 through 3. Sorry.
Factions? Chima?
Okay, Brad, you said A. Ethan?
Ethan, you didn't really say much. What do you think about this theme?
I think it's really cool. This was 2007. We all know how old I was back in 2007. So I don't remember it much on the shelves.
Were you even born in 2007?
Yeah, when were you born, Ethan?
2003.
2003. Oh man, Brad, how are you not getting all over this? He was born in 2003.
Dude, I don't need to feel more old, okay? Like
2000. He was born in the early 2000s.
I was born exactly in 2000. So like,
my goodness. You know what's crazy to me? You were born before 9/11 or after 9/11. You're born after 9/11. That's a big deal.
Anyways,
All right.
Ethan.
I think I love the monsters. Like that is so me, seeing all the monsters and all that. So I think
I
it's
think you
really
would have-
cool.
I think
I
you'd
would
have a lot
love
of fun.
this.
Yes.
Mhm. But with rating a set, it's more than just looking at it. It's playing with it. It's
Mhm.
if it speaks to you.
Yeah.
But I would love to play with all the monsters.
Could you
Yeah.
imagine holding these in two hands and just bashing them together?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And that would be so much
Mhm.
fun. Like, all right.
See,
Isn't
I
that
would put it in the
submarine?
water. I would even put it in the water. Like
Oh yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but I would like fill up a bathtub or like a sink and be like, and like I would wash pieces down the sink by accident. You're like, crap,
Oh,
my
no.
leg.
We-
Oh well.
We have a pool, and I played with my Lego parts so much in the pool when I was younger. I lost a lot, but
See?
it was so fun to play in the pool with your minifigures. I even had a boat set that actually float.
I actually have 3 of those. But yeah, let's get Ethan.
Yeah, 3 of them. Ooh, I like this.
Me too.
I like
Good
it too.
choice.
I told you it was a good one.
Can
It's
we
fun.
okay, for once can we be like, we can't think about nostalgia and all that. Just rate this, like, can we actually for once be like, you know what? Let's just rate something high, even though it's not Star
I'm
Wars. Like
I'm gonna give you my one. I have reasoning for a
Ethan.
high pick.
I'm going to. I like the colors too.
Wow.
I like the yellow instead of red. Because
Lisa.
Lisa. All right, Ethan.
it's hard. You know, I would put A, but that's right with Star Wars. It just doesn't feel right.
If
You
it-
know.
no, how it feels. How it feels. Just tell me for
No,
once
but
how
with
you
what
feel.
they did in a very condensed wave, think about that.
Yes.
Ethan,
I want to put. I
I'm
want to
an
say A.
I'm just gonna put this out there. Ethan's got a lot to think about.
Yeah.
Mine's an A. I'm an A. I love the
I have
nostalgia.
no
I love the
nostalgic
playability.
with the. I have no nostalgia with this.
Yeah, I know you don't, but I mean, I don't know. I have a lot of love for it for multiple reasons and multiple
Mhm.
points, not
With
just the
fishing,
nostalgia
yeah.
of it. With the fish, with the submarine, with the oceans, with the treasure, with the pirates, with the skeletons. You know, with
Yep.
the octopus that has the clear piece, just so you can see some dude being decomposed. Like, who thought of that? Let's make this guy decompose. Let's give this huge blaster a rocket rubber thing so kids can shoot each other. You know, giant monsters. Hey, you know, kids will love this thing. Like, I love it.
I love that there's also a king under the water
I
in the
see that,
boat.
yeah.
It's a
There
king.
is.
It's not even a knight. It's a king.
It's like the king was the one that sunk.
I do like this.
It's just so
I-
much
I-
fun.
I even have a mock idea of making like a crab, like a giant crab. That would be cool.
All
I'm
right,
giving it an A. I'm giving
I'm-
it an A.
I'm giving it an A because what it has is it has everything that I look for with Lego. It has playability, it has mockability, it has displayability.
Yeah.
It fits
Guys,
all
got
ages
two-
too. We're a bunch of all grown men talking about how much we love this. Like, and it's
It's the
super
first time we've all agreed, though.
Yes,
fun and
it
tells
is.
a
Yes,
story.
that is.
I might, you know what? I might even give it an S. Like,
It's
I
up
would
there,
feel
right?
that too. Wait. Whoa, okay. Did everyone feel that too? Where you kind of wanted to give this theme an S? Like
it
we
has
thought-
all of us did
everything
except
that
for
I
Ethan.
want.
But
It
wait,
literally.
whoa. Quick question. Was there, besides that little sunken ship thing, there was nothing in this theme that I hated? Honestly,
Me either, honestly.
Yeah.
There's
my
more
only
they could
critique is
do with it.
stickers, but that doesn't even matter because Indiana
Yeah.
Jones and Pirates of the Caribbean has stickers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to use that
Yeah.
as a big complaint because you didn't.
okay.
Here's my thing with stickers. Like I said
I make
earlier,
a vote here.
you don't need
I'm-
the stickers in this set. It looks great without them.
You don't need it.
Yes.
You don't need the stickers at all.
Okay.
I think that this is fantastic. I think that it honestly could be S. I absolutely
I'm
love
gonna
this.
put a motion on the table. I'm gonna put a motion on the table. Should we move this up to an S?
I vote yes.
I vote yes.
I am in favor.
I
but-
love animals. Like it's I think one of the most fun things to
We just
collect
need
with
one more
Lego
person.
is
We need
animals.
one more person to
I
say
say
that they think
yes.
this should be an S.
Oh, we got 3 out of 4. Ethan's on a
You
low
know,
A.
Wait, I want to know what
Ethan's on
Ethan
a
thinks.
B.
Genuinely, I don't want you to
Right,
change your
yeah.
mind because we all changed our minds. But what are you thinking?
Yeah.
I want to see more. I think with the 7 sets that they or 7 or 8, however many
Yeah, I think it was about.
I would love all of these.
Well, you have your
You make
base-
some and show us more.
You have your base, you have your creatures, you have your big vehicles, your little vehicles, your very small vehicles. You have everything that you could want in a theme. I think, for me personally.
Yeah. Yeah. And one of my favorite parts about this is everything comes with two. That you don't just have a vehicle.
Yes.
You have to get another set.
Besides
love that you
that
can
one
just-
set. Yes.
Yep.
And that's why I really like. That's like one of my favorite things about this. You-
Agreed. You guys think so?
I think it's
think I'm a nest. I think
Guys, there's
I'm
nothing
voting
wrong with
Ness.
that. I think
There's nothing wrong with
that.
this.
But we
Okay,
have
let's
never-
ask the
We've
comment
never
section.
done
What
this
do you guys?
before.
But can I
What
just
do
say,
you
can I just
guys-
say the fact that Lisa said this should be an A, like that she was like just had a great imagination with that. Dude Jude also said it should be an A. Also, I agree with this. I think we should all have to make a sea creature or buy a 3-in-1 sea creature for Zane, and bring it in next
I'll
week.
buy it for Zane. I'll buy that 3-in-1.
Yeah, what do you guys all rate this? I'm here. I mean, I want to stick this with an S, but guys, that's our 4th S. I think
Wow.
we need to grab a theme next week to trash after this.
I need a drink after this one. Like
we need an F. We need another F. We're rating these too many Bs. We need more Fs.
We need more Fs. Do SpongeBob.
Gal-
or
Galador.
E's. Or E's, honestly.
What we got another S. F. I want things from D below. And so I think, for the record, all right, so I'm gonna put this out there, guys. A little sneak peek next week, guys. OP1 is gonna be on the show next
Oh.
week. Woo! And so, guys, next week
This is
is
news
gonna
to
be
me.
on
Woo.
Block.studios. I talked to you about this. Block
Yeah, you knew
Studios
about
channel. Guys, it's gonna be Block Studios channel, and Opie's gonna be on it. But he already picked a theme because I asked him, "What theme would you want?" Legitimately, this is what he came back with: pirates. So we're gonna be doing
Pirates.
the OG
Arr,
pirates for next week because he
arr.
said that he grew up on it. So guys,
Oh.
we're
Good.
gonna be doing OG pirates next week. So I'm personally hoping to get that into an S. But I think after that, we're gonna try to find the most worst themes out there. In my opinion, Galador. Stuff like that. Get a few themes to go with Chima, guys.
Galador, maybe elves. I don't know. Elves has
Yeah.
good minifigure parts.
But I think it would
So-
still be below a C.
An E.
What are
An
the
E.
trolls? Trolls.
Oh, that's
Oh
an,
gosh, yeah. We can do trolls and minions in 1
Minions.
week.
Wait, also, I want to point something out. I don't want Touch said. I say A only because I don't have as much of a nostalgic connection to it. Honestly, I don't want Touch. I do have a nostalgic connection to it, but that's not why I rated it an S.
Yes, and I don't either. Like, I only have a little bit of remembering these back in the day, and I remember some of the video games. Like, Lego. If you guys don't remember this, Lego.com used to have amazing video games back in the day. But I don't remember this theme that well. As like, I didn't get the set, so I don't have as nostalgic as Atlantis. Same thing for Classic Space. I didn't have nostalgia for that theme because I didn't own any of the sets, but I still think it was a great theme. So
See, I just have a personal appreciation for it because of my love
Yes.
for the ocean, and mine's like I can appreciate the nostalgia, but it was only 2017. It wasn't that long ago,
Seven.
so it's not
2007.
2007. Sorry, 2007. For me, it
That's a
wasn't
long
that
time
long ago. I mean,
that was half your life.
I think
I
like,
was
Ethan, the
4.
older you get, the longer it doesn't seem.
and yeah, like Elisa said, the imagination factor sold her on it.
Yeah.
The imagination factor is incredible. The endless possibilities that you could do with this, that's my big thing. The ties to the real world and the imagination.
Yep.
The best
did
of
it-
both worlds.
Which I know for the record, we're not going to be rating Atlantis this high, but I do think something that this did better than other themes is it kept it in the real world, as you said.
Well, and it was short lived, and they didn't drag it on forever and make it.
Yeah.
You know,
I think quit while you're ahead.
Yeah.
and us winning more.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why
Yeah.
we voted what
But-
we did for Indiana Jones
Mhm.
and Pirates, or at least what I kind of thought. Like it was
Yep.
good waves that didn't. You don't really need a whole lot more.
Yeah.
In fact.
if Ninjago
perfect.
did this, maybe 2 waves,
Yep.
we would probably vote it differently.
Yeah,
True.
I agree.
Okay.
We want to do
Alright, so-
memes.
Yep. Before we get outrage here,
Yeah,
You
randomly,
already-
random's already asking about it.
Oh,
we put that last. Okay, it's a fun thing.
Are we
and on
not?
some fun.
Are we not doing memes?
we won't do randomly
you know
random
what, guys?
ones.
We're gonna end the show here, guys. I hope you guys all had a great.
All I have to
Don't
say
forget
is,
to break up to the next level.
all I want to point out is I was so glad that I picked
What?
Don't do my ending. Don't do my ending.
All I have to say is I'm so glad that I have been saying Aqua Raiders for the past 2 months now.
I'm glad you did too, because I felt like we need another S tier. We've gotten a lot of B's recently.
Yeah.
I think.
You know, if I remember,
So-
4-year-old me with my mom and my little monkey backpack that had the long tail so I wouldn't run off.
You had
I
one
probably.
of those?
Oh my gosh.
You had the leash.
See, he did have the leash. It shows now, Ethan. We know what happened.
Yeah, we know. Okay, can we get some memes going here before we get
I
into
would
it?
have
What's
walked
the
off.
intro?
He has the leash.
I can see it too. That's the funny thing. All right, what do you got, Ethan?
Ethan,
for
what do
us?
you got?
What are we
Okay.
doing, guys?
We gotta do the intro.
Where is it?
It's we gotta wait 4 seconds for it to be cinematic. That's my excuse.
Dun
I'm
dun dun. He can't find
I'll play it if
Stud
you're not
buds
going
me.
to.
I clicked it unless we clicked it at the same time.
think we did.
Okay. I'll do randomly randoms meme first. Because
Good.
is
You missed a
pretty
bunch of his last time.
Yeah.
I did 2 last time. Matt awkwardly smiling at a relative who got him
A set.
a set that only looks good.
Matt
With
awkwardly
the
smiling
stickers.
at a relative who got him a set that only looks good with the stickers.
Yeah, that's so true.
That is.
So that kind of does look like my face.
That is. It
That's
does.
murder in his eyes.
All right. what's the next
I
one?
have
Right,
gotten gifts before, and I'm a very kind kid. But my mom always told me when I was a kid that, like, she literally said, if someone, like, I had a birthday party for the first time, and the first thing she told me was, now, Matthew, I want you to understand that no matter what gifts you get, you need to be grateful for all of them. Even if someone gives you a pile of dog crap and wraps it up, you still need to be grateful for that.
Be
And-
grateful.
All right, what's the next one?
In other words, how to be fake.
No.
True. No.
Okay, this one I made. I don't know why I did this, but I made a meme about myself, which was weird. I found a fun image to take a picture of. I had to use it.
Alright, go
You
for
could have
it,
said
go
this is
for
from
it.
anonymous. You could have made up like a user or a viewer. Like everyone knows that one kid who loves his colorful house.
It's
Quick
the
thing.
image with the smile. I don't.
Where do
You ca-
I submit a meme? Guys, it's a very good idea. And say we have a Discord server that's linked below. We also have a YouTube channel. So go subscribe to our YouTube channel and go check the Discord. And it's I think there's an area there to submit memes. I don't know. Ethan controls that. So
I'm
Yes.
and
gonna
we
be
also have an
honest,
Instagram. Alright.
Ethan, you look a little creepy in that.
I do.
All right. Is there any more or is that it?
That is it.
Were there any that we missed from last week?
I'm gonna. We've all seen this one, but this one is super
Oh my
funny.
gosh, can we- Hey, okay, I'm gonna put this out there randomly. I do see it. Yes, you did probably put in 2 memes. If you don't get the memes in ahead of showtime, how do I get rid of this? How do we? If you don't,
Oops! I accidentally clicked.
it's my
Oh
show, go.
goodness.
We will show any memes that you put in during the show next week because we have to. It's difficult for us to get them done while during the show. So, if
Make sure you do it 24 hours beforehand.
if
Yeah.
at
It just
least
makes it
2
easier on my
hours in.
part.
At least 2
Yeah.
hours,
And
or at least
if
an
you
hour.
do post a meme, maybe I won't put it in the show. I mean, it just
Yeah.
depends.
He's picking
Yeah,
the good
so-
memes. No. I'm
If
joking.
there's any memes that you didn't put in, that you put in this week, Ethan, we'll make sure they're in next week.
Okay. But we love
Oh.
your memes. They're amazing.
Yes.
There.
Wait, which one was the one about Zane? But Zane wasn't there for it.
Well, the
messy
reason
hair,
why
Obi-Wan.
the reason I love the memes so much is because we have viewers that genuinely care about what we do, and
Yes.
it means the world to us. You have no idea.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
this
and a
the
lot
one?
of people enjoy. Is that Obi-Wan? Obi-Wan Kenobi with messy hair and back paint. What? Wait, was that one? Where was I at?
That must have been
I
the
don't
week
know.
that you weren't there.
That was you were taking your brother somewhere or something.
Yeah, that was the airport. I'm pretty
Well, I
sure.
had to pick up my brother-in-law from the airport.
Yes, we know the story. All right. Is that it? Is that it? Anyone else have something?
That was a
they wanna
fun
share?
show.
It was.
We got into. I like that. I think that's one of our best discussions we've had in a while. Where we weren't all tired, so that was.
Wait,
Yes,
Never mind.
Ethan.
I don't know how to do it. I have an LED of making something out of Lego, but I don't know if I can show it. I don't know how to because it's a
We
separate
don't
thing.
care.
It's fine. It's
All right,
fine.
guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed the show today. I had a lot of fun. Thank you, Zane, Matt, and Ethan for all being here today. I mean, it's our show, so they should be there. But sometimes they aren't, and that hurts me. And also, this is the first time in a while I'm pretty sure Zane has been on my channel.
True. That's
Sorry,
that
guys.
is true.
No, it's good. Guys, so again, next week, OP1 will be on the show, and I'm excited to talk to him. All things
He is
Star
strong with the
Wars.
Lego.
Obi-Wan. Hopefully, more leaks dropping this week, so hopefully that will be something we can look at next week. I think that's it. So, guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed the show, and I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. Guys, don't forget to break up to that next level. Bye.
Bye.